Fairfield Media Productions is proud to present FCA on LSN and FMP Sports on fairfieldmedia.tv.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law Offices online at weaver-law.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Welcome to the health food battle of the 21st century. In this corner, the yellow delight of doom, the cream-filled demon, the all-American sweet treat. In the adjacent corner, the Superman of health, the Dr. Repellent, the almighty apple. Which do you choose today? Today's choice will affect you at school, at work, and at life. Be a winner, choose healthy.
Welcome to Take It to the Field. I am Jeremy Hall, your host, and I'm here with Coach Dave Daubenmeier today. How are you doing, Coach?
Doing great, Jeremy. Great to be back.
Well, to start off today, last week you played against Shadyside. What are your thoughts about the game? And I know it's your second loss of the season.
Yeah, you know, Jeremy, the score probably ended up a little bit uglier than what we had hoped it would be. We knew last year when we scheduled Shadyside, who finished second in the state last year, they're a good football team, and we knew they would be.
Of course.
We thought we had to try to elevate our kids, our entire program, to the next level of the type of teams that we want to be able to compete against. Our guys played hard. They always play hard, but we didn't play mistake-free, error-free. And a great team like Shadyside, when you make some screw-ups like that, they always tend to capitalize on it. We had them 14-7. About 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then had a couple things happen and let it get away from us. But we learned something. We learned where we have to raise our program, what all it's going to entail to be able to play at the level that they're at, and we take it as a learning experience and move forward from there.
And you always have to keep raising the bar.
Yeah, we have to. And you know, one of the criticisms that our program's received all year is we haven't played anybody. And we play everybody on our schedule. That's all we can do. We play them all on our schedule. But one thing that, as we move into this week against Youngstown Christian even, we've tried to tell our guys that we haven't beaten anybody this year who's better than us. We've beaten everybody we should beat, but we haven't beaten anybody that's better than us. So we're going to have an opportunity on this Friday night against Youngstown Christian, as it was last week with Shadyside, the opportunity to beat somebody who's better than us. We think that's important for our program, again, to get where we want it to be.
Right, and also you just mentioned Youngstown Christian. The game coming up, how do you feel about the game, and what do you think are the keys to victories to winning tonight?
Well, it's going to be a monumental task for us. They're currently rated, I think it's 8th or 9th in the state in Division 6. They're a 7-1 football team coming in out of the Youngstown area. They remind me a lot of like kids that you would see at Harvest Prep. They have a lot of great speed, and they know how to win. But we think we know how to win as well, Jeremy. And one of the things that we want to make sure our guys do is not beat ourselves. We feel that in both the losses that we've had, Portsmouth, Notre Dame, and Shadyside, it wasn't so much what the other team did, not taking anything away from them, but we beat ourselves, shot ourselves in the foot. And going against a great team like Youngstown Christian on tonight, we know that we're going to have to play error-free, play with a lot of enthusiasm, and play as a team. And once you do that, then you let the chips fall where they may. And I have an old saying that I've always used. It's not always the best football team that wins. It's always the team that scores the most points. So we got to figure out a way to score some points and keep them from scoring some, and we're excited about the challenge.
Well, that sounds like a good plan, Coach, and thank you for being here today, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jeremy.
And thank you for watching Take It to the Field. This has been brought to you by Service Master Clean by Todd George. Service Master Clean, janitorial cleaning, commercial floor care, and proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio. They promise to do the job right or to do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. Thank you for supporting Fairfield Media Sports. And thank you for watching this FCA on LSN Game of the Week coming up next.
We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good
Severe weather can destroy a home in seconds. There's no time to think, only time to act. Have a kit so you're ready for any emergency. Develop a plan for what you and your family will do before disaster strikes, and stay informed during severe weather any way you can. It can be the difference between losing your possessions and losing your life. Just ask the owners of this house. Visit ready.gov for ways to prepare your family for emergencies.
Tonight's matchup between the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights and the Youngstown Christian Lou Futuro Eagles. Yes. Thank you. I actually knew that. I had to think about it too much. Hi, I'm JT Burcham, and if you're watching this, you know I very rarely do this, but Lou Futuro, nice to be doing this with you. How are you tonight?
I'm doing very well, JT. Thanks for letting me do this with you, and it's a beautiful, crisp night here at Jim Rockwell Field, and we're about ready for kickoff between two really good teams. Hayden Welch is set for the kickoff. Short kick by Hayden, fielded by the Eagles, and he's brought down on the 35-yard line, where Youngstown Christian, who is 7-1, JT, they're having a great year this year, and they are known as a team with a lot of speed. Okay. And this will be a real challenge for the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights. But I had a funny feeling they're going to be playing real hard tonight and should be able to meet that challenge tonight. Yeah, I'm kind of catching my breath from the senior activities, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Absolutely. Happy to be breathing, though. Okay, Emmett Underwood, quarterback, is under center. The handoff to number 3 for Youngstown. Gets around the end of the 50-yard line of the Knights. Right at midfield there. That was Anthony Abid. Yep, Anthony Abid. That's a first down for the Eagles on the 47-yard line, their own 47. It is a great night for football after all the rain the last few days. 24 hours, 48 hours worth of rain. That's right. It's nice to see some clear skies. It really is. Nice crisp night. Handoff to Anthony Abid again, who goes up the middle. Gets around the end, and he's still on his feet. Down to the 40-yard line, down to the 30, and he's taken out of bounds right about the 15-yard line of the Knights, or 17-yard line. A great run by Anthony Abid. Yeah, he just found his way through there, found a clear patch, broke a tackle, and made some good yardage. You know, that's a good point you make about the breaking of the tackle. That's the same thing that kind of plagued us a bit last week, where we hit the guy the first time and he bounced off of us. We didn't quite wrap up. We'll want to do a better job of that tonight. Okay, first down on the 17-yard line. Underwood with the handoff to the fullback, number 20, with a gain of about 7 yards, it looks like. That's Dravon Green. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. I said a gain of 7. That was a gain of 5. Forgive me for that one. So right away, Youngstown Christian has driven down the field, and they find themselves deep in Fairfield Christian Knights territory here. Underwood with the handoff to Abid. Left his feet right there.
Not much of a gain.
No, not at all. He was stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, maybe 2. He committed kind of the cardinal sin there of football players, which was he jumped up and left his feet, and you lose all strength when you do that. So,
yeah. And he stopped when he went in the air, too.
That's right,
I mean,
exactly.
he had a tackler right there on him.
That's going to bring up JT 3rd down and 2 here. This is a critical play here.
Yes, it is.
They got a flag on the play right away. Let's see what the call is here. That's going to be a legal procedure against the Eagles of Youngstown Christian, taking it back 5 yards. That's great for the Fairfield Christian Knights. It's going to take it to a 3rd down and 7 then, which changes their play, I'm sure.
Now, Lou, real quick, coming in tonight, what were the records of tonight's teams?
Yep, Youngstown Christian comes in with a 7-1 record, and Fairfield Christian is 6-2 after their tough loss last week to Shadyside.
And I understand that the Eagles have defeated a team that defeated Shadyside, so this is going to be a tough game.
It is going to be a tough game, there's no doubt. Imani Christian out of Pittsburgh is who they beat. 3rd down and 7 here. Underwood back for the pass, and that pass is almost picked off. It was slightly deflected there. Hayden Welch almost came up with that interception. That's going to bring us to 4th down. And one thing I can tell you, I did watch some YouTube videos this week, JT, of Youngstown Christian.
Okay.
They have got themselves quite the field goal kicker.
Oh, neat.
Yep, this guy has kicked 45-yarder and I think a 50-yarder, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Dom Polito, number 1.
Huh.
So he's lining
there he
up.
is.
Yeah, there he is, right there.
They're not going to mess around. They're going to use their strength right now, Lou Ferturo.
That's right. It's a 33-yard attempt here for Dom Polito. Kick is up, and as advertised, there it is. It's no good. I apologize. It's off to the right. Sure was long enough.
Yes.
Sure was long. Our angle didn't allow us to see that ball, but off to the right, which is a great break for the Knights here. Turnover on downs.
Yep.
The Knights tonight are down a little bit on their offense. Sam Ferturo is injured for the night, has some sort of a calf injury, and we're going to be short a running back, but Zach Sullivan will be filling in for Sam, and here they go. This is the same lineup that we saw last week, JT. They're in a diamond formation right out of the chute. Let's see what happens with this. Johnson back for the pass. That's to Zach Sullivan, and he gets about a gain of 2 yards. Almost looked like he was getting ready to fire off a pass there, didn't it, JT?
Yeah, interesting. You know, we've not seen that the whole season until here the last couple weeks. And Coach Dave Dobmeyer trying some new tricks.
He is. He is. So that was actually a loss of 1 yard on that play. 2nd down and 11. Knights are on their own 19-yard line. Luke Johnson keeps the ball himself and goes forward and is met with a stone wall right there. That's not going to gain anything. I think if he was fortunate, it would be to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Lou, thank you for being here tonight. Real quick, like to mention not a lot of money involved in tonight's broadcast. All students on cameras and a dad helping call the game. Thank you for being here, Lou.
Well, you're very welcome. It's a real pleasure to be able to do this, JT.
Father of Sammy and Bobby Ferturo. And actually, you guys lived in the area a few years ago, moved away, and then just moved back this year.
We did. That's right, JT. I took a job with PetSmart, and they moved me across the country a couple times, and we just recently moved back from Chicago area, so we're delighted to be back home.
Well, and I've several times heard, whoa, it's nice to have those Ferturo boys on the team this year. So big help, Sammy and Bobby, and of course, Sammy not on the field tonight, but
Third down and 10. Johnson back for the pass. Looks like he's going after Hayden Welch down the sideline, and there it is. And a good catch by Hayden. He's still on his feet down to the 42-yard line of the Youngstown Christian Eagles. A great pitch and catch right there.
You ain't a kid, and that's what Hayden does. He can watch that ball and stop, slow down, whatever he needs to do. And he picked it up there. Great gain for the Knights, and I'm sure a confidence booster.
Yeah, it really
for
is.
them.
They didn't do that much last week, and in fact, the defense that Shadyside played on Hayden was more of a 2-on-1, where they had two guys covering, one short, one deep, and right now it's 1-on-1. They're playing man-to-man coverage here. There's the handoff to Zach Sullivan up the middle, bursts through the line there and gets about 5 or 6 yards.
Almost a first down.
Yep. Nice run there by Zach. It's actually a gain of 9 right there for Zach. So I'm off on my yardage so far today. We'll see if we can get that corrected. But what I was saying was we have one-on-one coverage over here, and I'm sure Coach Dobbenmeyer is going to see that and go after that all night.
Well,
see how long they stick with that defense.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Second down and 1. There's a handoff to Ben Tobin. He's got a big opening up the middle. He's still on his feet. Down to the 10-yard line. Down to the 5. Still fighting. He's almost into the end zone. Down to the 1-yard line for Ben Tobin. What an outstanding run by Ben right there.
I was talking to Ben Tobin today. You know, he's been feeling some pain. He's had some injuries the last few games, but it didn't look like he felt injured tonight.
Yeah, he looked like he was on top of his game right there.
He's running well right there.
That was fun to watch. We're going to have a first down and goal to goal for the Knights on the 2-yard line of Youngstown Christian.
That's true. This has been a long drive, hasn't it, Lou?
Yep, it has. Johnson plows forward, and boy, he met a wall right there.
Yeah, the Eagles are wanting none of that.
Yeah,
none of that.
The Eagles, JT, overall their team size is not that big, but they have 2 or 3 interior linemen that are close to 300 pounds.
Okay.
And I believe Luke met a couple of those 300-pounders right there.
Picked the wrong 2.
Yes, he did. Second down and goal to goal here. Johnson back to Zach Sullivan, who goes forward. He's met at the 1-yard line. So he got a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up third down and 1. And Zach looks like he hurt his leg a little bit on that play. And that's something that, that they're going to have to watch that, because obviously they're shorthanded at running back as it is tonight.
Right, already got Sam on crutches on the sideline. Yep. So if we do have to be careful. By the way, Sam is good, fair, poor. What's the prognosis?
Good question. Let's talk about that here in a second.
Sure thing. You want to see a touchdown, don't you?
I do, yeah. I'm pretty excited about this. Zach is actually jogging off the field as fast as he can. He is gimpy a little bit there. Third down and 1. Play clock's down to 3, and that's a timeout by Coach Dobbenmeyer. He saw that play clock coming down. Smart play on Coach Dobbs' part. To answer your question, JT, Sam has some sort of a calf injury, and he was at the doctor today for an MRI, and they weren't able to get the results just fast enough to us. But he's hurting pretty good on his left leg there, so he's not able to go tonight.
Okay.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Real quick on this timeout, would like to thank a couple sponsors. First quarter action of FCA on LSN brought to you by Thompson Concrete, a full-service company offering commercial, residential, decorative, excavation, and foundation services with the ability to handle every detail of large, complex concrete projects. Thompson Concrete, located in Carroll, Ohio, can be reached at 756-7256 or online at thompsonconcrete.com. Thank you, Thompson Concrete, for your support.
So we have third down and 1, which is to goal. And Zach Sullivan is still out of the game, and Bobby Peturo is in his place at the tailback spot with Ben Tobin at the fullback. Here we go. Handoff to Ben Tobin straight forward. And does not look like he got in on that play. Again, they're going up against that big defensive line.
I think the Eagles may be disappointed in the way Hayden's pass went and the way Ben's run went, and they're certainly holding here at the 1.
They are. It looks like they have a man down right now, though, JT, underneath that big pile. Can't quite make out who the number is, what the number is right there, so we'll just have to wait and see. Pray he's all right.
Yes, yes. By the way, I was talking to a couple of the Youngstown folks before the game. They had a long drive to get here. And we've been there a few times this season, so we know how that goes. They got here really early. They said they got here about 3.
Wow, they must have left at noon.
Yeah, well, no, they said they got here at 4.
Okay.
They got here at 4. But yeah, I don't know, what's that, 2.5, 3 hour drive, I suppose?
You know, can I tell you that I've never been to Youngstown in my life?
Me neither,
But I do think it's about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah, they said it was quite a trip, and boy, we know how that goes, and that's so rough, and rough on players to sit in a bus that long and then get here and need to be on top of your game.
Well, and then get here as early as they did, right? So if they got here around 4, that means they waited another 3.5 hours to start their game.
Well, as you know, the media team, we show up here pretty early, pulling cables and setting up cameras. They beat us here. They were here before us. Matter of fact, the media students noted that the guys were out doing calisthenics, and they actually walked from one end zone to the other, arm in arm, or hand in hand, one or the other, all linked all the way across the field from one end zone to the other. I suppose some kind of spiritual endeavor. I don't know. Team building. Yes. So.
Well, you know, JT, while we have some time, they are coached by Brian Morrow, who was a player at the University of Wisconsin, played for the Badgers.
Interesting.
Was drafted by the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think he made the team, but ended up playing up in Canada for 3 years in the Canadian Football League. And so one of the things I've noticed right out of the chute with them is they play pro sets. And they seem to be a pro-style team, which makes sense, given that their head coach played in the league.
Interesting.
And so, that's an interesting tidbit right there.
Yeah.
Youngstown has a similar story to Fairfield's in that just a couple of years ago they were terrible. They were like 1-9. And last year they improved, and then this year they're on a roll. And as you had mentioned earlier in the game, they actually beat Imani Christian, which is a highly touted team out of Pittsburgh. So this is a formidable foe for the Knights, but the Knights are knocking on the door. 4th and 1. We really need this play to get into the end zone to lift the spirits of the team after last week's game. Here we go.
Yeah, there's no question. A score here would really be helpful.
Yes, it would. Johnson goes forward once again. It looks like he made that last burst. I don't think he got in, unfortunately. They hadn't called it by now. They're not gonna.
No.
And that's indeed what the case is. It's a turnover on downs. Luke did not quite get in the end zone. It's a strong stop by Youngstown Christian Academy. Look where that ball is.
Yeah.
That ball. I mean, it's a whisper away from being a touchdown because all it has to do is cross the plane. It doesn't even have to go all the way in.
Yeah.
But he didn't get in.
Yep. That ball is right on the line, it looks like, from here. And, a good drive by the Knights. I mean, that was, as you mentioned, from one end zone to the other almost. And, have to see how the Knights can turn it here on defense. It's not over. They're still in good position.
Gosh, yes. I mean, in fact, this is often where turnovers occur when the other team is way up against their own goal line, and they know it. They're a little nervous. Ball gets
pressure's
fumbled.
on.
Things happen. Let's see what happens here. And the quarterback does the smart thing, takes a play right out of the Knights playbook there, and just goes forward with the quarterback sneak. And all he was doing there was giving his team a little bit of breathing room. And it's a gain of a couple of yards, gets him out to the 2 or 3 yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8.
Fairfield Christian Knights, Youngstown Christian Eagles, FCA on LSN. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Lou Fraturo, for bringing us all the play-by-play action. Sure appreciate it.
We have 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter here. We have a 0-0 score with Youngstown at their own 2 yard line. 2nd down and 9. And Underwood keeps the ball again and gets another couple yards out of the play. And nice stop by the Knights. They tightened that up well, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 yards, maybe 6. And great opportunity for the Knights to get the ball back here.
Sure thing. Yeah, big play here for the Eagles. They sure would like to get out of that. They don't want to turn it over here.
No.
I'm not. I'm going to say right here, you're not going to hear much profound football knowledge out of me, except I do know right here, the Eagles don't want to turn it over.
They do not. That's right. Turnovers are not good no matter where it is, but especially here. Third down. Underwood gets the ball and hands it off to his running back with a great stop by the Knights defense. Boy, 3 or 4 of them tackled there. Looks like Ben Tobin, Joey Gall, Colin Young, a whole host of Knights made a great stop. I'd say, JT, they rose to the occasion right there.
Yes,
they
good
did.
defense. Good defense.
And here you go. So here's the advantage of a turnover on downs that deep. It's 4th down and 6. They're punting from deep in their end zone, which means the Knights should get good field position. Anthony Abid is back, and he's their running back. There's the kick to Bobby Furturo, and he gets out of the way, and that's not a great kick, and that gives the Knights the ball on the 36-yard line of Youngstown Christian, so they're still in business here.
Sure thing. Real quick, while they're changing balls and places, let me thank Weaver Law Offices. Roger Weaver, always on the sidelines here at the games. Appreciate his support of FCA on LSN. Roger Weaver, timely legal assistance at reasonable rates. Name you know, experience you trust. Weaver Law Offices can be contacted at 614-834-1750, online weaver-law.com.
Luke Johnson under center. 37-yard line of Youngstown. Drops back to pass. Looks for the deep pass again to Hayden, who's there. Oh, no! The ball got out of Hayden's hand, and it was intercepted. The guy for Youngstown was actually on the ground. He had been beaten, but the ball fell into his hands.
Well, and that's why Hayden was so disappointed, because had he caught it, he was gone.
He was gone.
Yeah.
And I think he knew it. I think out of the corner of his eye, he saw the guy go down, and that split second of lack of concentration, boom, there it was.
Yeah.
So here we go. Quick.
Boy, the play worked again, though.
It did. I'm telling you.
For how long tonight?
Yeah, that's it.
For how long
You
tonight?
watch how long they stay one-on-one with Hayden, because he's beaten his man twice now pretty easily. First down on the 15-yard line. Hand off to Abid, and there the Eagles, the Knights defense again, all over that play. Anthony Abid did not get any yards on that. That's going to bring up a second down, and looks like about 8 or 9 yards. So again, the defense so far playing stout right now, JT, which is really good to see. They need to tonight.
Yeah, it's neat to see the Knights. They are right in it. There is no real advantage either way here at the moment.
Nope. Second down and 8. Underwood under center for the Eagles. Drops back for the pass. And there it is, and it's down low. Bounces at the feet of the receiver. And that's going to be third down. You know, I was watching him in warm-ups before the game. And what we just saw, he did either that or he overthrew his receivers by 5 yards every single time.
Oh, my.
And so I did not see him complete many passes in warm-ups. And so maybe he's a little nervous, a little cold. I'm not sure what's going on.
Long bus trip.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
whatever, not on his game tonight.
No, but well, so far. But
so far, yeah.
If you're a Knights fan, that's okay.
However, when we see him connect with that long one,
we'll know he's got it down. There you go. Third down and 8. Underwood back to the pass again. Getting a little bit of pressure. Sneaks away from one defender and takes a big shot. And I don't think he made the first down, JT. Looks like he's about 2 or 3 yards short. And that's the case. And so the Knights defense once again comes up big, and I think that was Ben Tobin and Colin Young in there for the tackle again. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Good stop for the Knights.
Yeah. Youngstown turns it over yet again. There's the kick. Goes, a spectacular kick.
Great kick.
Over the head of Bobby Furturo, and it goes out of bounds on the 30-yard line of Fairfield. That was a great kick by Anthony Abid. He turned that ball over nice.
Yeah, real quick, like to mention that the seniors were honored there at the beginning of just before the game tonight. Some of those seniors, I think rather than start with the football seniors, I'll mention kind of the golf seniors. Josh Hamill, who actually works with our media team, actually switching the video shots tonight too.
There you go. Yeah.
Josh Hamill honored as a golf senior golf team. Jesse Brake also on a camera tonight. Jeff Workman. all honored as senior members of the golf team for FCA.
That's outstanding. I know you have many more to talk about throughout the night. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line for Fairfield Christian. Luke Johnson back on the shotgun. And again, passes it to Hayden, who made a great stop and was open again. Pass was high, though, for Hayden that time. It's going to bring up second down and 10. That's the first pass we've seen Luke that he was a little bit off on.
Yeah. You know, there again, though, the play sure seems to be working.
Yeah.
I mean, pass just a little off maybe, but the play
was there.
The chess move in the game is working.
It is. And now you're starting to see, if you notice, Youngstown Christian is now bringing a gentleman over to
a second
guy is starting to pay attention to Hayden a bit more. Second down and 10 for the Knights. Low snap, but Luke grabs it and doesn't have anywhere to throw to, but he takes off and runs, gets away from, he got a fumble on the play there. There's a fumble on the play, but it looks like the Knights may have recovered. That's too bad, because Luke had his eyes set on that first down right there. But nonetheless, we get the ball back and still get up a gain about 4 yards, and that's going to bring up third and, I believe, 6 yards here.
Looks like. Yeah, I was thinking, it looked like that was Kenny Burcham coming off that fumble recovery.
Now, you know that guy, don't you, JT?
Yeah, he eats a lot of food out of the refrigerator.
Yes,
yes,
right.
He does.
He does.
A lot of food out of the refrigerator.
I'm familiar with that story. I got 2 of those guys that do the same thing. Third down and...
Hayden's alone again.
Yeah, looks out third down and 5 for the Knights. It looks like Hayden around the end, and he's got some room if he can get around Anthony Abid here, and he does. And he's got a first down. Bobby with a block there, and Hayden keeps going all the way down to the 45-yard line of Youngstown Christian. A great reverse play that had Youngstown Christian totally faked out there.
Now there again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a newer play here later in the season. I don't think we did that earlier.
Not much. If you remember some of those earlier games, JT, when we were on the road, we were playing on some surfaces that were like mud bowls.
Good point.
And
yes.
So speed was not much of our game. It's nice to be back on a great turf field like we have here at, I think it's Jim Rockwell Stadium.
I think that's right.
All right. First down and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Knights of Youngstown Christian. And there's the handoff to Ben Tobin. Ben, so far, is running real hard tonight. Gets about 8 or 9 yards on that play. And, boy, I tell you what, wouldn't that be a great thing for Fairfield to have Ben have a big night tonight?
Yes. You know, Ben is such a quality dude. He is a hustler. He does not, and he is a hard worker. Worker. He does not like to not contribute his part.
He is, in my mind, between he and Luke Johnson, the heart and soul of this team. Ben Tobin's only a sophomore, I think, but he's one of the most high-spirited guys you'll come across. Zach Sullivan back in the game at tailback. That's good to see. Second down, and there's the handoff to Zach. And it looks like he almost made the first down. We'll see if his forward progress got him there. He was hit pretty hard there. He lost his helmet, in fact.
Zach Sullivan, ball carrier.
See what they give him here.
Boy, it's close.
Yeah, they're giving him the first down, JT. First down on the 35-yard line of Youngstown Christian. So once again, the Knights are spending a lot of time on Youngstown's side of the field so far. Let's cash in on a couple of these things now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, and, right down there at the goal line last time, we are running out of quarter.
We are. Yeah, that was a fast first quarter, wasn't it?
Yep.
We have a score of 0-0 so far. Tight game.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
ServiceMaster cleaned by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Howard and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law Offices online at weaver-law.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
0-0 starting off the second quarter here at Jim Rockwell Field, Jim Rockwell Stadium in New Lexington. And Lou, real quick, I want to say New Lexington has been such gracious hosts to Fairfield Christian Academy. What a great facility. They really treat us great, and it really is nice to be here. Fairfield Christian Academy is very fortunate to have a wonderful home field here in New Lexington, and we appreciate the way they treat us. Lou Fraturo,
absolutely.
Play-by-play. What do we got?
Thanks, JT. We have a first down and 10 for the Knights on the 35-yard line. Johnson back to pass with the pass to Hayden, and he gets the pass down to the 20-yard line. So the Johnson to Welch connection is working quite nicely so far tonight, JT.
All I know is the visiting coaches are on the other side of that wall, and you can hear the thump.
Yeah.
So
they're not
they
happy
weren't
right
happy
now.
with that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll not mention them too much, but
no, that's
here in the press booth, we get a lot of action and noise, and
that play nets about 15 yards for the Knights down to the 20-yard line of Youngstown Christian, 1st and 10. Johnson back to Sullivan, wide open up the middle. Zach gets a great gain down to about the 6-yard line of Youngstown Christian. So you know what, Youngstown comes in with a strong record, but you know what, they're facing a battle tonight against the Fairfield Christian Knights.
You know, the Knights are clicking, but you know what, even with spending a lot of time in the Knights territory, where they fumbled, intercepted. So it's not all one way, but they're playing great. The Knights are working hard.
They have to cash in, like we talked about earlier, though. When you get down here, you've got to convert that into points. And once again, we have one-on-one coverage over here on Hayden Welch. Let's see if the Knights see that and do something with it. Johnson around the end, sees a pass there, and it was tipped, and it was intercepted. And there it is, JT, another turnover. Yeah. And looked like Johnson just got the ball deflected, and it was right into the hands of number 54 for Youngstown, and that is Anthony Harris for the Eagles.
And Anthony did a great job. I mean, he was there, he swatted it and caught it, and a nice defensive play. He did a great job.
He did. So here's a quick change. A lot of times when you have a turnover like this, the defense rushes out onto the field, and they have to be careful that there isn't a big play down the field. That happens often in these types of plays.
Yeah, I see Coach Dobmeyer wasn't real happy with the turnover. He was really wanting to score there, I'm sure.
Yes, he was. Underwood back for the pass, and he throws it deep. He's got a man out there. Looks like we had a little bit of contact, but no call there, even though number 2, Darian Townsend, is looking for that call. It was not there.
I don't know if he'd have gotten that pass. I mean, it was still out there a few yards.
It was.
So
there was definitely some contact there, but I think it was a good no call by the officials. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And once again, JT, just to have some fun here, the coaches from Youngstown next to us didn't quite agree with us.
Right.
They felt like that was interference, and that's okay. 2nd down and 10.
I am not the ref.
No, exactly. That's why we're up here. 2nd down and 10 on the 18-yard line. Hand off to Anthony Abede, and he is hit right away, and none other than Ben Tobin.
There is a flag over on the field, though. There is a flag.
Right. Good catch there. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's a hold against Youngstown. Let's see what they do here. Holding Youngstown Eagles. See if Coach Dobbenmeyer declines this penalty, because that would bring up, I believe, 3rd down. Let's see what he chooses to do here.
On behalf of the media team, I'd like to say that we did take a mic down to the ref tonight, and he refused.
He refused.
So we're not going to hear the ref tonight. I do apologize. He did not seem very pleased to have to wear a mic, but I appreciate Andrew Lundell doing everything he could to get a mic on him.
Well, some people just don't want to deal with technology, JT,
well, I understand. And you know what? They're always a little nervous. Is this mic going to be on all the time? How do I turn it on and off?
That's right.
But tonight, he just plain downright didn't want one.
Knights accepted the penalty, bringing up 2nd down and 20 here, and they're now on the 8-yard line. Quarterback keeps the ball up the middle, and he gains quite a few of those yards back. He's not down yet, down to the 24, 25-yard line. And JT, that's a little reminiscent of last week, where we didn't quite go after tackling that guy, and he kept going.
Yeah, seems like he should have been down at least 5 yards before that with a couple wraparound tackles.
Yep, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 yards for the Eagles. Yep, on the 25-yard line.
Lou Frattura, did you play football?
You know, JT, I did for a couple of years in high school, and then I became a band member. JT, I started playing the horn.
I should have guessed that.
That's where I knew my life was going to lead me for a while, and so I gave up football, but I never gave up my love for it. So.
Yeah.
Timeout on the field. We have 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Still a scoreless game, JT.
And second quarter action of FCA on LSN brought to you by Fairfield Mini Storage. The place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit with a gated facility. They have outside storage for RVs, boats. They're Lancaster's source for Penske truck rentals. If you ever want to move again, Penske truck rentals, you can get them at Fairfield Mini Storage. They're located 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. They're on the web at ffministorage.com. Thank you, Jeff and Tina Barr, for your support. We appreciate it very much, supporting FCA on LSN. And again, Lou, I sure appreciate you being here helping us out.
JT,
Jack Davidson and Jared Camp both gone tonight. They've been doing this all season, and boy, they're great. They do a great job.
Well, someone said to me tonight as I was walking up that they didn't know that I did the announcing, and I said, well, I don't. I said a number of people are either sick or out of town, and JT was desperate, and there I was standing there minding my own business, and suddenly there was a microphone in my hand.
You do a fine job, do a great job. You know this game. Jack Davidson, of course, a local Redeemer Lutheran minister, does this for us for years, does a great job.
It does.
He is calling a radio game tonight. This game got actually bumped from Saturday to Friday. This date changed, and it messed up his schedule.
All right. Glad to fill in for now. 3rd down and 3. Key play for the Knights defense. Underwood keeps it, gets around the left side. And he could go.
Space.
He's on his way. 50, 40. Nick Spurgis catches up with him. Looks like Nick pushes him out of bounds at the 20-yard line. I'll tell you what, Nick Spurgis showed some speed on that play, catching up with him,
and he stopped the touchdown.
He did. That was an awful long gain there.
There was no one around. It was Nick Spurgis or touchdown Eagles, and Nick Spurgis stopped it.
About a 47-yard gain for the quarterback, Emmett Underwood, for the Eagles. And kind of waiting for that to happen. We've heard how fast they were, and they got through, and it was off to the races, and good stop by Nick there. First down and 10, 25-yard line for the Eagles. Hand off to Anthony Abid, and he's tackled after a 2 or 3 yard gain. Again, the Knights defense, it looks like they've done their homework on Anthony Abid, because he, this year so far, has been a prolific running back for the Eagles.
And of course, if you're watching this game on LSN, Time Warner Channel 9 in Lancaster, don't forget you can watch it on demand at your convenience online at fairfieldmedia.tv.
2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Underwood back to pass now. A little bit of a rush. He's under some pressure. Goes to the right. Sees a man open in the end zone, and the pass is dropped. Looked like the receiver had a chance to make that catch. And JT, I don't know if that ball was deflected or if he just dropped it.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
There was a defender flying by, but it seemed like he had it in his hands, honestly.
Yeah, it sure did. An opportunity slipped through that gentleman's hands. It brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Eagles on the 23-yard line of the Knights. So here we go. The Knights defense each time so far has stepped up on these types of plays.
Defense has been doing great. Yes, they have been, and this is a good opportunity for them to keep it up.
Thank you. Snap back on Underwood. He's getting some pressure. There was a hold there that wasn't called, but nonetheless, it's an incomplete pass. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see what the Eagles do, because they're quite a ways from the field goal. But like I said before, they've got a field goal kicker that has a good leg. So let's see what they do.
Might be a neat opportunity to see that in action.
I don't see that guy coming on the field, JT. So they are going for it. 4th down and 9. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 big stops by the Knights. Let's see if they can come up with a 5th big stop here. There's the pass, and it's complete down to the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Youngstown Christian completes that 4th down and 9. And there's the conversion that they've been looking for. That's going to take the ball down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
Nice takedown by Luke Johnson, though. Right on it, right down. That's the best you can do.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it was a good pass, and he was there, and he had it, but Luke was on it and had him down. So
at this age, JT, to be running and throwing with accuracy is not easy to do as a high school quarterback. And
you know what? That's a great point. That quarterback was out of the pocket and moving, and great pass. And right on the money.
Yep. Bobby Ferturo got in there for some pressure, and he avoided it and threw that ball on a rope. 1st down and goal at the 6-yard line. Handoff there to number 23. Gets down to about the 4-yard line. Meets a stone wall himself. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 4-yard line, JT. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the 2nd period. Well, once again, what a beautiful night for football. Really has been.
Gorgeous night.
Yes, it is.
Gorgeous night.
I think we've said that a couple times already, haven't we?
Yeah, but I don't think we can say it too much.
That's right. 2nd down and goal. Underwood under center for the Eagles. Hands off to the fullback, who is met pretty quickly there and gains maybe 1 or 2 yards. We're going to end up here with a 3rd and goal on about the 2, I believe.
Now, we've been here before.
Yes, we have.
They've held them before. Let's see what the Eagles might try, the same or different. What will they do?
My guess is they're going to try and use their speed to the outside. That's what I would do if I was the coach. Then again, JT, I didn't play in the NFL, and that's why I'm up here and he's down there making the calls.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Yeah.
3rd and goal for the Eagles. And we have a flag, and it looks to me like it might be an illegal procedure call against the Eagles, and that's exactly what it is. That's going to push them back to the 7-yard line. And again, JT, there's a big difference between 3rd and 2, 3rd and goal, versus 3rd and 7.
Right.
It's going to change their play call, I'm sure.
Yes. There again, Knights defense. I mean, at least they're there doing, they're holding.
They are. And again, really, this has been a tight ball game. I'm not going to say that the game has been dominated by defenses because both teams are moving the ball. 3rd down and goal. Underwood under center. Pitches it over to the left to Abid. He's got an opening, but he gets met at the 5-yard line, and he's taken down at the 4. And that's going to bring up 4th and 4. And let's see if the coach decides to go for it. No, he's bringing his field goal kicker, Dom Polito, onto the field.
Yeah, it's really not a defensive battle. They've moved the ball from end zone to end zone. Both teams are moving the ball well. A few turnovers contributing, but no scores yet.
No, key stops and key plays. So kick is up, and let's see if it's good or not, and it is. There's the first points of the night. Looks to be about a 22-yard field goal for Dom Polito. Takes the score to 3-0. Youngstown over Fairfield Christian. But again, JT, given that Youngstown was knocking on the door, 2-yard line, to keep them to 3 points, that's pretty good for the Knights.
Sure thing. Yep. I'd like to take a moment to thank a couple sponsors. FCA on LSN, brought to you by In Focus Consulting, the data agency. Positioning, managing data in the workplace. They provide data management for from Lancaster, Ohio. They can be reached online at infocusconsulting.com. Also, very quickly, if you're looking for a dentist in the Chillicothe area, FCA brought to you in part by Doctors Whistler, Myers, and Kayleys. Highly skilled, friendly team of dentists. Proud sponsor of FCA on LSN. Whistler, Myers, and Kayleys, 740-775-0808, online at mysmilematters.com.
My smile matters. Yes, it does. Your smile matters too, JT. Dom Polito will be kicking off from the 40-yard line for the Eagles. Kick back to Bobby Ferturo, who feels the punt, feels the kick, and moves upfield to the 25, 28-yard line. So about a return of about 15 yards or so for Bobby.
So Lou Ferturo, when Bobby Ferturo catches the ball, what's going through Dad's mind? I mean, I know you're broadcasting the game, but do you nervous for him? Do you think about it? Do you?
You know, the thing I try to remember to do is not use his first name only. That I know he's my son, and I try not to.
I'm asking you to be a dad a minute.
Yeah. I do. My first thought is tuck the ball away and hold on to it tight.
Okay, so you're thinking
my
dadly
boys
things.
have fumbled the ball
okay.
a few times this year, and so that's the first thing I'm thinking.
You're thinking
about.
like a dad.
I am.
Okay.
Yep. JT, we got Hayden down here one-on-one again. And there's the pass out to Bobby Futuro, who passes it, and looks like Hayden fell down. And the pass is incomplete by Futuro.
There is a flag.
There is a flag right there. And they're going to, looks like they may call pass interference against the Eagles.
Well, Hayden was on the ground, and I didn't see what contributed to it, but he obviously didn't get to complete his pattern.
No, he didn't. He there was some sort of interference. The question that I have is, was it incidental, or was he really held and dragged down? So we'll see, and that's what they're calling. They're calling interference by the Eagles, and that's going to be an automatic first down for the Knights. I'm sure Coach Dobbenmeyer would have rather had the completion for a touchdown, but nonetheless, it's a positive gain all the way out to the 40. They're calling a 15-yard penalty on that one over to the 43-yard line. So once again, here are the Knights, JT. They're moving the ball.
Yeah. Well, and let's go back to that play real quick. Boy, that was an interesting play to pass out to Bobby, and the play really worked well.
Yeah, it did. It did. Johnson back for the pass, and there's Hayden Welch again, and that pass was off on that play right there, and looked like both the Eagle defenders sort of stopped. Had they not, one of them would have intercepted that pass.
If they'd have just kept going, that would have been an easy interception.
Yep.
Yes. And there again, I hear coaches up here beside me saying that same thing.
Yes. They saw the opportunity. There. Second down and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Knights. Luke Johnson in the shotgun with Zach Sullivan right next to him. So far, the offensive line's done a good job holding up against this defense. Johnson back for the pass. A little bit of a flutter ball, and that one was dropped. That was an INT. That ball, just you can tell it slipped out of Johnson's hand, and they were very fortunate, JT, to not have a pick six.
Yes.
Right? Interception for a touchdown right there could have been the case, but the gentleman dropped the ball.
You mentioned the line. I do have to real quick give a shout out to the right side, or I'd really get in trouble here.
Yeah.
And my son Kenny Burcham, and of course Joey Gall, always they're well known as the right side.
They are legendary, I think.
I don't know how legendary, but they're good at marketing. So
third down and 10. Johnson with plenty of time. Pass to Hayden Welch, and there he goes. He's down to 20, 10. Touchdown. Fairfield Christian Knights. I tell you what, we've been saying this. How long will they stay with that one-on-one coverage? And my guess is that will not be the case anymore. Well, that's a 57-yard touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Hayden Welch. Outstanding pitch and catch right there for the Knights.
Yeah, Luke put it right on the spot. Hayden didn't hesitate, had it gone. We've seen that before across the season. I mean, that's not a new play.
No, it's not. But when you do it against quality opponents like this, it really makes a difference. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And now the score, JT, is 7-3. The Knights over the Eagles. So far, a little bit of an upset brewing here. Youngstown Christian comes in highly touted, ranked higher than the Knights are, and you would have thought that without their starting running back Sam Futuro that maybe spirits would be down, but guess what? Just the opposite has occurred here tonight.
Well, and you know the Eagles aren't playing poorly. I think the Knights are just, the defense for the Knights are doing a great job. The offense is clicking for the most part, and Knights are doing a good job.
Yeah, they really are.
I don't know if the Eagles are making any mistakes or blunders. I mean, it's a well-played game.
The only thing they've done is just a couple of opportunities missed on interceptions. Had they made those interceptions,
good point.
We would not have had that touchdown. But you know what? The same could be said the other way, I'm sure, throughout the game. And so,
well, and the only other thing I guess I would say would be the not double teaming Hayden.
Yeah.
I mean, they do sometimes, but they don't all the time. I'm not sure what the thinking is there. I am not a coach.
No, nor am I. Like I said, I went to the band. So here we go. There's a squib kick, and they better get on that ball pretty quick. It's fielded at the 30 and up the field, 40, 50, one man to beat. The gentleman is going fast there, number 23, taken down at the 30-yard line. So that squib kick sort of backfired on the Knights a little bit. Ryan Greer takes that ball about 40 to 45 yards down to the Knights' 30-yard line.
You know what? He had his defenders around him. He had blockers with him. They were doing a good run there.
They were.
Doing a good run.
They were.
.5:28 left here in the first half of play.
We're going to have first down and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Knights, Youngstown Christian. It's like a lone setback as the quarterback back there with nobody around him. Out to the left side, the pass is complete. Got some blocking out there, down to the 20-yard line, down to the 17-yard line of the Knights. First down and 10, so that's a great play.
Driven out of bounds by Luke Johnson.
Yep, thank you. And looks like the Eagles are going to try and take advantage of their speed by getting the ball on the outside. They've noticed that the middle has been clogged up quite a bit. So.
Yep, you're right. That's working.
It is.
If it works, I think Woody Hayes said do it again, right?
Until they can stop you.
Until they can stop it.
That's right. First down and 10 at the about the 17.5-yard line. Underwood with the handoff there to number 23, goes around the left side. He's got an opening all the way down to he is in the end zone. Touchdown. He did not go down. I thought he was going down at the 3. And we do have a flag on the play, though.
So what might be called here, Luke?
Looks like a holding call against the Eagles, and that's going to negate the touchdown run right there.
Oh, gosh.
That's going to take the ball back 10 yards all the way back to the Eagles, to the Knights' 27.5-yard line. So that's a costly mistake by the Youngstown Christian Eagles.
I noticed that play, though. They had 3 receivers out here on the side. Is that just kind of is that a decoy? Is that what that is?
Yeah, because what that does is it draws 3 of the defenders away from the direction of the play. So that's a great play that would have worked. But
other than the holding.
Other than that big hold, which may have been the hold that sprung the runner. I didn't see it myself. Okay, it's going to be first down and 20 on the 31-yard line. Let's see if the Knights can take advantage of that penalty. Underwood back for the pass. Under some pressure. Lobs the pass up. And incomplete. Incomplete down near the goal line.
Lots of defensive pressure there on the quarterback. He was passing under distress for sure.
He was.
Still a good pass, though. It was close.
Little overthrown, and that's that's the key. I mean, there aren't many quarterbacks that when they see some big guy running right at them like that are totally comfortable throwing a great pass.
Right.
So that's going to be critical for the Knights to continue to do with this type of a quarterback.
Yeah. Good rushing there on the defense.
Second down and 20 from the 31-yard line. Back for pass again. And he's pressured again, but this time the man is open at the 20-yard line. Takes it down to the original line of scrimmage.
I believe that was Nick Spurgis again on the push out of bounds.
Yep. Let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like they're taking it down to that's like I said, almost back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up third down and about 10 or 9.
4 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the first half. You're watching FCA on LSN. Youngstown Christian, Fairfield Christian.
Third down and 9, a key play here for the Knights defense. Underwood back for pass, under some pressure again, and he underthrows the ball, and there it is, JT. We talked about it. The Knights get pressure on this quarterback. He's having trouble connecting with his receivers, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 9 from the 16-yard line, and it looks once again like they're trotting out their excellent field goal kicker, Dom Polito. I'm not sure if this is okay to say, but as the fact that I'm Italian, and there aren't many Italians like me in Ohio, it's nice to see another one jogging out on the field like that.
I think you're allowed to say that.
Am I allowed to say
that?
that? Okay,
That's
good.
all right.
This is going to be a 33-yard field goal for Polito. Kick is up. It's got plenty of distance. Question is it good?
Yeah.
And it is. So there you go. That is a weapon for them. But JT, once again, Youngstown Christian gets down deep, and they cannot convert touchdowns. So they only got 2 field goals for 2 times that deep into the territory of the Knights. That's a great job on the defense's part.
However, your Italian connection is going good. He is doing a fine job.
Yeah, you know what? Dom Polito, my paisan, he could kick 15 field goals as long as the Knights score 1 extra point than that, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right, okay. Real quick, while we have a break, I'd like to thank Spires Paving for supporting FCA on LSN. They've been serving Lancaster and Fairfield County with paving services since 1984. Full-service pavement and pavement services company, asphalt paving, patching, repairing, crack filling, striping for residential, commercial, churches, and local cities and townships. Available online at SpiresPaving.com, 740-653-6837. Thank you, Spires Paving, for your support of FCA on LSN.
Polito with the kickoff, and he's kicking it over to Ferturo's side, and he fields it around the 20-yard line. Bobby takes it upfield over to the 30-yard line, takes a big hit, and he's down at the 32, 33-yard line right there. Nice return by Bobby Ferturo. They are kicking purposely away from Hayden. They must have seen the video.
Is that what's going on? Okay.
I'm guessing they saw that tape of the 53-point ball game.
They must be watching FairfieldMedia.tv.
I'm familiar with that website. I watch it all the time myself.
Yeah, we went down to Portsmouth a few weeks ago, and Coach told me he called ahead. You know, they always share tapes, and Coach said, "No thanks, seen them all on YouTube."
Yep, there you go. Yeah. I guess it's mostly positive to have it on the internet.
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Knights at the 32. There's the handoff. No, it's the reverse to Hayden going left. Looks like this time he's got a bunch of people there. They have a fumble right there. Hayden drops the ball, and looks like Youngstown Christian has picked up that fumble, and they're going to be taking over the ball on the turnover.
Number 23 getting up mighty slowly for the Eagles. He went down hard and getting up slow. Seems to be okay.
Ryan Greer it is. He is jogging off the field, though. So, you know, I tell you, our Knights, my son Sam, Hayden, my son Bobby, we've had the tendency to fumble every once in a while. We hold that ball away from the body as we're making cuts, and teams notice that on the film, and they are taught to try and strip the ball, and that's exactly what happened on that play. First down and 10 for the Eagles on the Knights' 39-yard line. Looks like we're going to go some sort of a pass down the middle. There it is, and the pass is complete. A nice gain there for the Eagles. Great tackle by Luke Johnson right on play.
Taken down right away, yes.
That's a first down and 10 on the Knights' 28-yard line. So the defense has been coming up big, but they might be getting a little bit tired here, JT. They have been having to make stop after stop against this tough Eagles offense.
Yes.
Different quarterback in there, Darian Townsend. I think he's more of a runner. Let's see what happens with this snap. Yep, and that's the case. He goes out to the right side, gets away from one tackler, fakes a couple guys out. He's still on his feet down to the 15-yard line. And, yeah, that's exactly what happened on that play. He is
he's the running quarterback.
That's right. Again, that's going to be close to a first down. I don't know if it's quite there. Let's see. Actually, it is. It's another first down for the Eagles on the 15-yard line of the Knights. So 3:50 to go here in the first half, and Youngstown Christian is knocking on the door again.
Another opportunity for the FCA defense to step up, and as you mentioned, maybe they're getting a little tired. They're 3 minutes and 50 seconds away from a little bit of a break, but Eagles not giving up, not playing light.
No, they're not at all. I mean, this just looks to me like the type of offense that can score points in a bunch.
Yes.
So the Knights need to really tighten up here. First down handoff to Abid. Around the right side, he gets around a defender and looks like he's going to get into the end zone, but we have a flag on the play again.
Got it into the end zone. There is a penalty flag on the play.
And we have a penalty on the play, and it looks like it might be going against the Eagles again, I believe. Let's see.
Well, they've already lost one touchdown to a holding.
And that's what it is. It's a holding call against Youngstown Christian. And that is the second touchdown that's been brought back because of a penalty, specifically a holding call.
Oh, my. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form a professional here, but is that, I mean, it's hard to say here. Is that the same player? Is that the same issue? Do we know what?
Well, it's a holding call on the offensive line. And so, you know, I don't know if it's the same player.
Line,
somewhere on that line, the official saw something that was a hold. So that is disappointing for the Eagles. It was a spot foul, meaning that the foul was taken from where the penalty was on the field. That's why they're down on the 11-yard line.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Eagles back, and another handoff. This time, no, the quarterback keeper, and he is met by a host of Eagles, taken down for virtually no gain on that play. I think that was Bobby Ferturo first, and then Nick Spurgis and Brian Miller, a number of players.
As they say, a host of Knights.
That's right.
No doubt about it. A host of Knights on that.
A cadre of Knights. Second down and 10 for the Eagles, and this is very reminiscent of the last series where they got into the end zone, they were pushed back, and then the Knights defense tightened up. Second down and 10 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go for the Eagles. 7-6 is your score. There's the handoff to Abid up the middle. Goes to the right side. He has some room on the outside. Looks like he's going to get into the end zone, and he does, I believe. Yes. Touchdown, Anthony Abid for the Youngstown Christian Eagles. Well, I tell you what, JT, he is quick.
Yes, no doubt about it. And the play there where he didn't take the ball.
Set this one up.
Yeah.
It set this one up.
Yeah.
That's that quarterback read play where the quarterback has a decision to make. He can look at the defense real quick and he decides, should I hand it off or should I keep it myself and run it? And you noticed on that play, he decided to give it to the running back, and of course, that was the right call.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a running quarterback.
Yep.
Did a nice job.
Okay, we're lined up for the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it looks like it's good. And that's going to take the score to 13-7, Youngstown Christian Eagles. So the penalty, that holding penalty that stopped the touchdown, did not come back to haunt them on this particular drive, as they were able to convert the touchdown there.
I'm sure that makes them feel better.
Yep.
Yeah, they did finally score a touchdown, and see how this continues. Real quick, I'd like to thank Ohio Christian University for supporting FCA on LSN. Ohio Christian is committed to offering complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, family, and around the world. Ohio Christian, online at ohiochristian.edu. Heading down to Ohio Christian to cover some basketball games this year. We always pick up 2 or 3 college basketball games down there. It's a lot of fun, though.
Oh, I bet it is.
High school students go down, the media students from FCA go down and cover the games and have a blast with it.
That university is really growing quite a bit. It seems like every time I drive past there's another new building that's put up. It really is a nice place.
Yes, Dr. Mark Smith doing a great job leading down there.
There's the kickoff, and it looks like it's going to Hayden Welch this time. Grabs it at the 12-yard line, goes up the middle. He had some room there and gets taken down at the 35-yard line. I think he saw a touchdown ahead of him, and someone grabbed his ankle and took him down. Nice return, though.
Yes, good return, good tackle.
Yep.
Probably stopped the touchdown right there.
Yep.
Because he was just starting to hit his. He was winding up.
Yeah.
He was hitting.
Hayden's fast.
Yes, he is.
He is very fast, and the Knights now need to answer that touchdown score, and we have 2:25 to go in the first half, and the second quarter's gone a little bit slower than that first quarter.
Yes. You're right. Yes.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Out to Hayden Welch around the left side there. He gets around one defender, fumbles the ball again, and this time out of bounds, so there's no damage done.
So how does that work? And I hate to be stupid, but if he fumbles and rolls out of bounds, last person.
That's right. Whoever had possession last maintains it. And the problem was with that play is that Hayden had gained about 4 or 5 yards, but he fumbled it backwards out of bounds, and so the ball was spotted where the ball
goes
went out of bounds.
Okay.
Right. So that's going to bring up a second down and about 8. The net gain was only 2 yards. Johnson back in shotgun formation with Zach Sullivan back in the backfield with him. Pass down the left side to Hayden Welch, and it looks to me like there was some contact, but they didn't make the call on that one, and that's an incomplete pass.
Nice pass, though, by Luke.
It was.
That was Luke, yes.
Yep.
Nice pass.
That pass was there this time. Yeah. And 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, that was good defense. I mean, the defender was right there. You know, I don't know those finer calls. I leave that up to you, Lou. But
I'm not sure I can make any more finer call than what you did on that one. It was a great defensive play right there. 3rd down and 9 for the Knights, and they have to almost take a little bit more time off this clock, otherwise they may leave the Eagles with a bit too much time left on offense. Again. Yeah. Looks like he's going down the left side again for Hayden. This time it was a little bit of miscommunication. It looked like Luke thought that Hayden was going on a post route down the middle, and instead Hayden cut more towards the inside and the ball was overthrown. That's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and the Knights, I believe, are going to punt for the first time tonight. I don't believe we've seen Zach Sullivan punt just yet.
I don't think so.
2:09 to go in the first half, and Youngstown's going to get their hands on the ball one more time.
A couple minutes left here in the half.
Little bit of confusion here on the Knights side. Kick got away there, a little low line drive right there by Zach Sullivan, and the ball is left alone and is downed at the 35-yard line of Youngstown Christian, who'll take the ball over 1st and 10.
Real quick, like to mention FCA Volleyball had a chance to win their game the other day in the first round in the Ohio High School State Tournament. Actually, they're playing that. I take that back. They won a significant game.
Who'd they beat?
I can't remember.
Isn't it right? Looks like they
Madison Christian.
Madison Christian.
There we go.
That's correct. Yep. Sure. Right, we'll tag team this one and get it right.
Can you read this for me?
Yes, I'll be happy to. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles on the 35-yard line. Underwood back to pass. Man open out there.
Pass.
He was wide open out there, number 2, and he steps out of bounds for some reason. It looked to me like he could have perhaps got some more yards, but
now,
nonetheless.
Is that a desire to stop the clock? Is that what that is? Stepping out of bounds?
I'm not so sure if it was a desire to stop the clock or his momentum. He just couldn't stop it. Either way, it's a 1st down for the Eagles, and they have stopped the clock now because he went out of bounds. 1:57 to go in the half. 1st down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. So remember, we talked just a minute ago that there was a lot of time left in that first half for the Eagles to do something with. So let's see what happens here. Back to passes Underwood, gets some pressure. This time he's not quite wrapped up, almost gets around the right side. He's being chased out of bounds, and he gets about a gain of 2 or 3 there. He was chased out of bounds by Bobby Ferturo. But boy, you know what? They had him in the backfield, JT.
Yeah, Coach Norm Emmett's down there trying to encourage them to go ahead and take him down when they've got a quarterback back there.
Yep. They've got to wrap him up, and there
were a couple people there that could have. Yeah, just slipped away.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. The clock once again stops because they went out of bounds, so plenty of time on the clock here.
Yeah, they're playing the clock smart. They really are. Nice job to the Eagles.
Underwood passes out to the left side. He has a man open there with some blocking, and he cuts back to the middle and is tackled at the 46 or 47-yard line of the Knights. It's like the Youngstown Eagles are going to take advantage of one of their timeouts, JT.
And with that timeout, I'd like to thank Dr. Scott Johnson and the fellow surgeons with him at Central Ohio General Surgeons for their support of FCA on LSN. They have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. Central Ohio General Surgeons, their appointment includes time for examination and discussion. So when you go, make sure you ask all the questions you want. Central Ohio General Surgeons can be contacted in Lancaster at 740-654-6213 or online at centralohiogeneralsurgeons.com.
You know, of course, Dr. Johnson also walks the sidelines of the Fairfield Christian Knights field here, providing medical services when necessary to the team, and also I've seen him help out players from the other team. He really is a great guy.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, Dr. Scott Johnson is probably one of that handful of 4 or 5 people that really started football at Fairfield Christian Academy. He has been a big supporter of football at FCA for the last several years. And, of course, tonight he was honored out on the field with his senior son, Luke Johnson, quarterback. And be neat to see his continuing support, but big person in helping football get started at FCA.
Yes, he did. 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles on the Knights' 47-yard line. Key play here for the Knights defense. Underwood back to pass, getting some pressure. Little bubble screen to number 3, Abid, and looks like he is going to be short, it looks like, of the first down, I believe. Let's see what they do here with the spot. Looks to me like it's 4th down and 1. And the Eagles have an interesting call here, because if they don't make the first down, they give the Knights the ball with plenty of time in a short field. And so with that, they are making the decision to punt the ball, it looks like. We have a timeout on the field. Not sure if that was a timeout by Youngstown Christian. It was not. It was just a short officials timeout. So Youngstown Christian comes out, and I think they're going to punt the ball, if I'm not mistaken. This is also, JT, one of the positions on the field where if you were going to try a fake field goal, a fake punt, this is where you would do it. And now we do have a timeout by Youngstown Christian. So apparently they can't quite make up their mind on what they want to do. So now you have an opportunity maybe to talk about a sponsor or something if you want to.
Well, you know what? I've got a real honest confession to make here that's a little unusual. I'd like to thank a sponsor for sponsoring our halftime show. However, today is one of the rare moments we don't have a halftime show.
Okay.
So, but that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate all that Frankie Smith Funeral Home does for us. Mike LeMay and George Barnes down there, sure appreciate their support. Today we don't have a halftime show, very rare. Usually we talk to someone from around the school or around the community, and it has been a busy week and fair week, and we're, you know, Fair Week was last week. I know that's an excuse, but we didn't get things scheduled.
Still recovering from that, aren't we?
Still recovering. So we do not have a halftime show today. So
what does that just mean that, like, for 20 minutes on the screen there's nothing happening?
That means totally for 20 minutes Lou Fraturo is going to tell the Star Spangled Banner, or
oh my goodness,
7 years ago, Gettysburg Address.
Gettysburg Address, yeah.
You know, Gettysburg Address would be really appropriate because Jared Camp, who's usually here calling the games, is actually on his senior project.
Is he?
Tonight and tomorrow, he's a Civil War enactor.
Okay.
And so he's out reenacting a battle in Virginia, and he's out there, doing that tomorrow night.
Well, you know what's happening here is it looks like they have changed their mind on what they're going to do, and don't be surprised if they just try and draw the Eagles. No, they actually hand it off, and he gets a first down, it looks like. Yes, indeed, he did. So they changed their mind. They went out of the punt formation, and they went forward on 4th down, and they got it.
There you go.
So first down and 10 now for the Eagles on the 42-yard line of the Knights.
Now, I do believe they're out of timeouts, right?
I think they might have one more, JT, if I'm not mistaken.
According to our stat guy, they're out of timeouts. I'm going to trust Dane on this one. Dane says they're out of timeouts, and Dane, I appreciate your work. Thank you.
Looks like Tony Welch is coming out of the game. And first down and 10 for the Eagles on the 42-yard line. Looks like an option play. Quarterback keeper. He keeps it, but he gets like no yards on that play, maybe a half a yard. Great defense by the Knights on that play. Taken down by Bobby Ferturo and Brian Miller.
And we're under a minute on the clock, and it's running.
Yep, so they're in hurry-up offense right here. They are playing a, actually he spikes the ball down and stops the clock. 46 seconds to go here in the first half, and the Knights defense, even though it's 13-7, the Knights defense has played very well tonight, JT.
Doing a fine job.
They really are. And the part that's surprising me the most is they're getting some pressure up the middle. And if you look at the size of Youngstown Christian's center and the guards around the center, their size is quite large.
Yeah, it's a healthy line.
They are. But the Knights are getting a push, and that's a great job there.
Yeah, lots of pressure on the quarterback, and that's really keeping the defense, alive here. The pressure on the quarterback is helping them a lot.
4 wide receiver set for Youngstown Christian. Here comes some pressure by Zach Sullivan, thrown down the right-hand side. He got a man open, and it's dropped in the end zone. Pass was right in his hands, in the breadbasket, dropped. That's just a killer for that kid. He probably feels terrible about that.
Yes, well, great pass. Great pass.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the money, even with the pressure, it was right on the money. And, boy, that's a 40-yard pass.
Yep.
That's a whale of a throw, right on the money in the end zone. Disappointing drop there.
Sometimes those passes that are wide open like that are the ones that you see drop the most. I think it's because they don't have the pressure around them that
extra adrenaline. Yeah.
It's fourth down and 9. I don't know why I thought it was third down, but it's 4th down and 9. And there's the pass down the left-hand side to see if they can get a completion there. And Tony Welch makes the interception. I believe he caught the ball. What are they calling here? On the 1-yard line? No, they're calling a touchback. Knights were fortunate on that one. I actually thought that he went down on the 1, but they'll take it back to the 20-yard line, and that's Tony Welch comes up with the big interception.
Hayden's little brother, and he is fast and quick just like Hayden.
Yes, he is. Great interception by Tony. Now, here it is, 1st and 10 for the Knights. 32 seconds. I think we both know Coach Daubenmeier enough. Some coaches would sit on the ball a little bit, but Coach Daubenmeier doesn't quite have that philosophy.
No.
So I think we might see ourselves.
Plenty of receivers out.
Something down the deep side here. Let's see what happens. Luke Johnson back. And there's the pass down the left side. And that was a nice play by Youngstown Christian as they broke up that pass to Hayden Welch.
Good defense. Good defense.
2nd down and 10, just like we thought. He was not going to sit on the ball. He was going for it all.
Yeah, and there again, good pass by Luke. I mean, really good pass. I mean, Hayden was there.
Hayden took a little bit of a shot. He's smarting a little bit with that. You can see him there. He's bent over a little bit and hurting just a little bit there. So we'll see what Coach Daub has dialed up on this play. 2nd down and 10 for the Knights on the 20-yard line. Johnson keeps the ball and he runs and he gets smacked down, and maybe a gain of 1, and it looks like the officials stopped the clock. I'm not exactly sure why. Looks like Coach Daubenmeier actually calls a timeout there with 21 seconds to go.
Okay, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And again, with 21 seconds to go, let me again thank our halftime sponsor. Although there will not be a halftime show today, you won't see their slide. I sure appreciate the Frankie Smith Funeral Home in Lancaster, Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore. They have a long and excellent history of serving the communities, both communities, in times of loss. Frankie Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change, available online at funeralhome.com.
Funeralhome.com.
Yes, what a great website. I talked to him about that. I said, "You're kidding me. Funeralhome.com?" Goes, "Yes." They got it way back in the 80s.
Really?
Oh, now they have offers to buy that all the time.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Funeralhome.com. That'll take you right to Frankie Smith in Lancaster, Ohio. Appreciate their support of FCA on LSN. Exciting game here today to be sponsoring. And 21 seconds. What's going to happen, Lou?
Well, I think Coach Dobb is going to dial up something to try and get some momentum here and see if they can't get down the field, to be my guess.
There was a timeout. Did he give special instructions?
I believe he did.
Okay.
3rd and 9 here from the 20-yard line. 21-yard line. Luke Johnson back in the shotgun formation. No, actually he comes up under center. And
2 receivers on the far side.
Yes. And it's a pass over to Hayden. It skips to him. I think Hayden just played it forward just in case it was considered a lateral. And instead what we have is a 4th down now and 9, and the Eagles are going to be forced to punt the ball. And this is one of the dangers, right? So if there's anything that you can criticize, and there's not much about the play calling on that series, it's that you are now forced to punt the ball away. And really,
possibility.
Yeah, they could either return it for a touchdown, or if they want to go after the punt and try and block it, not a lot of damage will be done even if they run into the kicker here. So it's a little bit of a risky play call there by Coach Dobbenmeyer. Fair catch by Bede, and it's
Nick Spurgis was
43-yard line
on the play. If there was a tackle required, Nick was there ready to apply the heat.
Yep. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Youngstown Christian Eagles on the 43-yard line.
Also like to thank our media team. A bunch of students actually running all the cameras and switcher and graphics, and appreciate all the work they do. They're out here every week, all season long, and lots of guys out here doing a lot of hard work, week in and week out. I'll name them all a little bit later in the game, but
it's quite a ministry. I mean, it's not only just great teaching for the kids. I mean, how many of the kids, JT, so far have made their way into college and are doing something like this?
Well, a handful, and we can talk about them also.
Okay.
Got one interviewed with ESPN the other day. I've not heard whether he got the job or not, so I'm kind of excited about that. And a couple there we go.
ESPN, there you go.
Hey, you're even singing the theme song.
That's right.
Got several seniors graduating this year, maybe I'll talk about a little bit later, who are going on into media majors at different universities, and I'm pretty excited about that. Neat to see them continue their passion for it.
Well, it's a little interesting thing going on here. The officials are a little bit confused. Looks like they put some time back on the clock. I'm not exactly sure why. The play before started at 19.5 seconds. And so they put the time back on the clock. So yeah, a little bit of clock confusion it looks like here.
So it looks like they are going with 19. Is that right?
Which is not right, because there it is. They took it down to 16.5. That's correct. The play before the punt, it was at 19.5 seconds. So
okay,
that's correct. So 1st down and 10 for the Eagles on the Knights' 43-yard line. Time for 1 or 2 more plays. Underwood back to pass. Plenty of time this time. And the pass is way out to the left. And Tony Welch, once again, Tony was over there flying across the field. Almost came up with the INT.
Boy, what a beautiful pass, though.
It was.
Really a great pass.
The Knights need to be careful here. Sometimes when you go back in the prevent defense and you get no pass rush on the quarterback, you let him sit back there and have all the time in the world. He'll deliver a pass.
To do good stuff like that. Yes.
Might be wise to just send one person in to try and get some extra pressure on him.
Now on the flip side, Tony had his hand on it and definitely helped slow that ball down, deflect that ball away.
Yep.
But good pass.
2nd down and 10. 9.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Underwood back for the pass. Again, plenty of time. A little bit of pressure this time, and he overthrows his man, and that's going to leave a little over 3 seconds to go in the halftime for one more play for the Eagles. The Knights defense, I'm going to give them an A for the first half, JT.
There you go.
Of course, I'm speaking a little bit soon here. We got 3 seconds to go, so I guess if they give up something here, we'll have to
reconsider that grade.
But so far, they are playing some inspired ball, and hopefully they can keep up that energy burst. A lot of these players play both ways.
Sure.
So we'll see if they can keep up that energy in the second half.
Yeah, you just saw Coach Dave Dobmeyer there on the sideline encouraging the team.
Last play of the first half, unless there's a penalty. Pass down the left-hand side, and Tony Welch is there, and he makes his second interception. Tony has got himself quite a defensive game going. Interception number 2, and that ends the first half here at Jim Rockwell Field. The score, Youngstown Christian Eagles 13, Fairfield Christian Academy Knights 7.
We'll be back with second half action after this right here on FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Time is the Youngstown Christian Eagles 13, Fairfield Christian Knights 7. It's been a entertaining first half, JT, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Both teams have done a great job moving the ball. Both teams have done a great job defending the ball.
Yeah.
So it's really been a fun, fast-moving, entertaining game.
Yes.
You know, both have made a few mistakes, but both teams are still in it. It's 7-13. It's not a runaway either way, and both teams are kind of in it.
They really are, and this is similar to the score last week when we came out of the first half against Shadyside down 14-7.
Good point.
But the second half last week did not prove to be a good one for Fairfield, and I'm sure that Coach Daubenmeier is working on a game plan that'll keep them not only in the game, but he's hoping and planning for a win in the second half here.
Now, last week, though, I don't feel like we moved the ball as much.
Nope.
I mean, it really was a defensive battle last week.
Yeah, it was. I agree, and there's been more offense than the 13-7 score actually represents. To your point, there's been a few turnovers. There's been some key stops, but there's been a lot of excitement in between the goal lines.
Well, the Eagles had 2 touchdowns called back because of holding.
That's right.
Now, I know that's disheartening. They did finally score the touchdown there at the end of the first half. But, yeah, 2 touchdowns pulled away from them on calls. So,
of course, the Knights scored their touchdown on a long touchdown pass from Luke Johnson to Hayden Welch. And JT, I was given this stat at halftime that that was Hayden's 37th touchdown of his Fairfield Christian Academy Knights career. Hayden and Luke, of course, the varsity football team here has been playing for, this is their 3rd official year, right?
Yes,
in league play. And Hayden and Luke have been the bedrock of the Fairfield Christian team so far, and great stats for Hayden. I want to go back a little earlier. You and I were talking about the Fairfield media team, and you had mentioned that one of your former students actually had an interview, I think you said, at ESPN.
Well, and I just had a chance to talk to him here at halftime, and he still doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know.
No, here's what happened. They are hiring 3 people, and he said they interviewed, I think he said 10 or 11. So he's got a really good chance.
Yeah.
And he said he felt good about the interview. We're hoping, we're praying.
Yeah.
It really would be good for him. He's just coming up to the end of his college career. He's been going to Concordia University out in Chicago area. Not a big school. Not a big media school. Matter of fact, he went there, took media at Fairfield Christian Academy, went out there and talked to me a couple times, really disappointed.
Yeah.
They just didn't have a great department. But you know what? He hunkered down and made the best of it. He ended up becoming the TV station manager, even though there wasn't a lot. He did everything he could do.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, very creative, very resourceful. and I expect him. He's going to make it somewhere, if not at ESPN.
That's right.
He's just really creative and a hard worker and loves media.
Well,
so
I
hope
watch
the best for him.
I watch these broadcasts that you guys do week after week, and the quality, given the fact that it's high school age kids, the quality of the presentation is really, really strong. And so you, JT, and I know you don't like to, you're the kind of guy that deflects praise and all that stuff. The reality is you've helped build something that's really strong here at Fairfield Christian Academy. And there's going to be a lot of people, I think, that leave the school and go into media careers as a result of what you've helped start here.
Yeah,
so.
well, thank the Lord for the opportunity. It really has been a lot of fun. I am very concerned. I've got some great seniors on this year. I'm going to lose a bunch of seniors, kind of like a football team.
Yeah.
I have got a great bunch of seniors that I'll lose this year. Now, I've got plenty of good media students, but I've got some students with me, like right here beside us on the main camera. Jeremy Hall has been in the program for 4 years. He doesn't miss a game. I mean, he loves doing this. And I start naming names. I'm not going to catch them all. But the whole crew of seniors, I probably ought to start naming them, shouldn't I? While I have a chance
I think we have the second half, or you can do it now, whatever you want.
We have a
little bit of
here.
time. Go ahead.
Let me see if I can name them all. Jeremy, help me if I miss anyone. Caleb Kendra is down on the jib tonight, a senior. Austin Starkey, or Starks as Hayden Welch calls him.
Starks.
Down on camera 4. He is a hard-working camera operator, always on work. And by the way, Caleb sets up all the graphics that you see there at the bottom of the screen right now. Sets all that up ahead of time during the week. Josh Hamill, who was honored earlier as a high school golfer. He is senior, and he's switching all the camera shots. So when you see the field shot there and the nice camera overflow, and then you see a nice close-up, he's switching all those camera shots. That's Josh Hamill.
Right. Any other seniors out there?
Oh, yeah. Also got Andrew Lundell, who is frequently on camera, very much a utility player who can do just about anything needed. Also got Jesse Brake on camera tonight. Nathan Sharp is just like Andrew. Nathan can do anything. Has been busy working at the Skyview this year, so couldn't help us as much. But did I miss anyone, Jeremy? I think that's just about all the seniors on the media team.
So unless you have a stable of younger kids, next year you and I could be running around announcing and doing the camera.
Can you run the camera while you talk about the game?
I don't
Could you
know.
do that, Lou?
I don't know. Second half kickoff here is about ready to set. The Knights will receive, and Dom Polito set to kick off here. There's the
good kick.
Really good kick. See if it goes into the end zone. Hayden grabs it actually in the end zone, and it looks like,
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it looks like it's touchback. And so I think because Hayden grabbed the ball on the 1 and ran into the end zone, that it's considered a touchback instead of just receiving it in the end zone. So that's the 20-yard line. The Knights will get that. And actually, I think that's a little bit of a break because there was a whole host of defenders coming Hayden's way on that play. So Knights get the ball first here in the second half, and down 13-7. And I'm sure they're anxious and desiring to take the ball straight down the field here. Captain Luke Johnson under center for the Knights. Hand off to Bobby Ferturo, and he is stopped for a short gain, maybe a yard or two, perhaps a yard. And that's Bobby's first carry of the night. He is subbing on that play for his brother Sam, who's out injured for the night. Second down and 9.
Real quick, I do have to mention one other senior, and the reason I forgot him, he's not here tonight.
Okay.
That's Jared Camp, our announcer.
Jared Camp, announcer,
So,
yes, exactly.
Humongous piece of the media team at Fairfield Christian, and does a great job broadcasting all these games when you and I aren't here doing it.
I've heard him. He's very good at it. Second and 9 for the Knights here on the 21-yard line. Hayden back to pass, and there is the pass. It's completed for a first down. It looks like it's to Tony Welch. Tony is having himself quite a ball game tonight, JT.
2 interceptions, and that's his
first
down.
Yep.
Wasn't it there?
First down, his first completion of the night. So Tony Welch, younger brother of Hayden Welch, is stepping up big time in this game tonight. So we have a first down and 10 for the Knights now on the 30-yard line. 11 minutes to go here in the third period, and that was a nice first down for the Knights.
2 people covering Hayden out here.
Yep. There's the handoff to Zach Sullivan there. Fullback Zach Sullivan gets a couple of yards up to the 33-yard line for the Knights. Ben Tobin is out of the game right this particular minute. Not sure if he's out because he's just going to focus on defense or if there's something going on with Ben. Normally he's in there at the fullback spot. Can you spot him on the sideline anywhere? Number 46. JT, I don't see him.
No, I don't.
Okay, 2nd down and 7 for the Knights on the 33-yard line. Johnson back to pass. Oh, tip batted down again. Number 54 for the Eagles. Anthony Harris bats that ball down. Is that the same guy that made the interception in the first half, JT?
I am not sure, but it looked like a similar move.
Sure did.
The ball, when it was deflected, went back. It looked like Zach Sullivan there it hit him, and he was trying to kind of hang on to it. Now, had he caught that, that would have been a pass.
It would have been a completion, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
An awkward one.
A different one, but yes. All right, so we have 3rd down and 7 for the Knights here. 33-yard line. Johnson back for the pass, getting some pressure. Goes off to his right, and another batted pass.
Wow.
This time we have a flag, and normally when it's at that place, it looks like a hold against the Knights. I'm guessing they're going to go ahead and decline this penalty and make it 4th down.
You know, it's been said once, and I'll say it one more time here tonight, lots of rain the last few days. It's so nice to be here without rain, and I know it wouldn't be a muddy field because New Lexington has a wonderful artificial turf field.
But, yeah, they do. Nonetheless, it'd be wet and the ball would be slippery, and it's already cold. And
change a lot of dynamics tonight.
It really would. I believe Youngstown has declined the penalty, and that's going to take us to a 4th down and 7. And that's correct. And so 4th down and 7 for the Knights, 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Punt team comes out, and after a successful 1st down, the Eagles defense tightens up, and 2 batted down passes.
Yeah.
So it looks like they have figured out that that line is a little taller.
Yeah.
Timing their jumps just right and stopping the Knights from progressing down the field.
Eagles defense doing a fine job.
Yep.
Doing a fine job. That's
Zach Sullivan back for the punt. Nice kick by Zach. Nice high. Let's see what they do with this. They let it bounce, and it takes the Knights bounce all the way down to the 25, 24, about the 23-yard line. So nice punt for Zach Sullivan there.
Yeah. Real quick here, I'd like to thank Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington for sponsoring 3rd quarter action. FCA on LSN. Ohio University Lancaster, where class sizes are small, so you'll get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster, online lancaster.ohiou.edu.
1st down and 10 for the Youngstown Christian Eagles on their own 23-yard line. There's the handoff to Anthony Abidi, and there he goes. He's in the middle. He's going down the middle of the field, breaks away from a bunch of players, and he gets tackled on the 35-yard line of the Knights. And Bobby Futuro and Hayden Welch made that tackle, but that was a good 40-yard run there for Anthony Abidi. I'm sorry, Abid. I keep mispronouncing his name. Forgive me, Mr. and Mrs. Abid, somewhere there in Youngstown.
He found a hole, and he charged through it.
Yep. And that reminded me a little bit of last week with their running back, Brooks Ramsey, who was running through some big holes. And so the Knights need to tighten that up here in the 2nd half. 1st down and 10 from the 37-yard line. There's the handoff again to number 23 this time. Makes a great move around Bobby Futuro and gets down to about the 18-yard line. And that was number 23, Ryan Greer for Youngstown Christian.
Taken down by Luke Johnson.
That was an outstanding move there that faked Bobby Futuro out. And looked like Bobby was beaten in for the tackle on that one and gained another 10 yards after that. 1st down and 10, so very quickly in 2 plays, Youngstown is down to the 18-yard line. And there's another handoff, Anthony Abid, and this time he is stopped for a very short gain, and there's a flag that was thrown. And typically, when a flag is thrown from back there, from the back judge there, it's a holding penalty. And I believe that's exactly what it is. It looks like it's going to be a hold against Youngstown Christian. They've done this before. They've had these holds down there, haven't they, JT?
Yes, yeah. Knights defense got to do their job here. If you've just tuned in, you're watching FCA on LSN, Time Warner Channel 9. Thank you so much for tuning in for High School Sports, brought to you by high schoolers and Lou Futuro.
I'm bringing it to him? All right.
Yeah,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. The penalty is a holding penalty on someone on the offensive line for Youngstown Christian. Takes the ball all the way back to the, I believe, 30-yard line. And that's going to bring up a first down and 20, I think, for Youngstown.
You just saw Coach Dave Dobmeyer there cheering on his team, throwing in some last-minute directions, encouraging the defense.
I think this is a critical set of downs here for the Knights defense, because if they fall behind by 2 scores, that's going to be a difficult thing to come back on here. First down here. There's the handoff to Anthony Abid again around the end, and he gets around the end and gains about 10 yards, getting back to the original line of scrimmage. He is fast.
Yes. Yeah. When you first described him as a running quarterback, that is definitely, he is a runner. He likes to run. He finds the holes. He's quick and makes them quick.
Yep. Anthony, the running back, is actually going out of the game right now and is being replaced by another, looks like Ryan Greer, number 23. So they have a couple of good running backs there. It's going to be second down and 11 from the Fairfield Knights 19-yard line. Little different look here, and this is that number 2 again. He's a running quarterback, and there he goes off to the right there. Sees an opening, and he gets taken down, although he gains quite a few yards after contact there. And looks like it's going to be third down, and I'm going to guess about 3 or 4 yards for a first down. And when you're this close, you might see Youngstown go for it on fourth down as well. They have some momentum here.
Well, they've got the space in the scoreboard to play.
Yes, they do. 7:49 to go in the the third quarter. And Youngstown Christian has driven all the way down to the Fairfield Christian Knights 11-yard line. Third down and 3. Quarterback keeps the ball, and he gets the first down and more. He's stacked up at around the 8-yard line and then shoved backwards. I believe he has the first down. See where the officials mark that ball.
Brought down by
Joey Gall and Colin Young on the stop there. A nice stop. But it looks like it looks to me from here, and I'm not in a great position, that sure looks like a first down to me, because the first down marker is just past the 9-yard line, and the ball is actually sitting on about the 8-yard line. I'm not exactly sure.
They're coming out to check.
They are. So obviously the angle from where we are is not all that good. And again, this is why we're not down there and we're up here. First down, Youngstown Christian Eagles.
First down, Youngstown Christian.
So I have not seen Ben Tobin yet, and that tells me that he's had some shoulder stingers, neck stingers, and
must be affecting him again.
Must be affecting him again, because he's not in the defense, and we didn't see him on offense.
He was a big factor there in the first half.
First down and 8. Youngstown knocking on the door here. Handoff to Ryan Greer, and he is stopped. Oh no, he breaks away from a defender, gets all the way down to the 3-yard line. I don't know how he got out of that tackle.
Looked like for sure he was down. But he broke the tackle and probably picked up another 4 or 5.
Yes, he did. Down to the Fairfield Christian Knights, looks like to be the 3-yard line. Second down and goal from the 3.
Second and goal for the Eagles.
Knights defense really needs to stiffen up here, and it's not easy. They're down a couple players, but they're still fighting hard. Second down and goal. There's an offsides right there, a movement on the offensive line. And, you know, Youngstown's done this to themselves a few times tonight. They get down there deep and they have some penalties, and here's yet another one.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
It's going to take it down to back to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
There was an eagle trying to leave the nest a little too soon.
The PA announcer trying to be funny there, saying an eagle trying to leave the nest a little too soon.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's a good one.
Oh, to be that creative.
Yeah. I wish I had thought of that. 2nd down and goal. Had great success running the ball. Let's see if they decide to try and pass it here. No, it's a handoff, and it looks like he's taken down by Bobby Ferturo. Ryan Greer takes down Bobby Ferturo takes down Ryan Greer on the 5-yard line. Had that backwards.
Was there a gain at all there? Looked like about the same place.
Couple yards. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6. And another stop is needed by the Fairfield Christian Knights here. They're not making it easy, that's for sure, for Youngstown.
Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, it really is a good game both ways. Would like to see the Knights hold here.
3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Quarterback goes out to his right, makes the pass, and it looks like he's got a man there. And it's for a touchdown. Yes, indeed, a touchdown for the Youngstown Christian Eagles. That pass was complete to Darian Townsend. And again, JT, the quarterback rolling to his right, making a tremendous throw while he's running right there.
Yeah, and it was right on the money,
It was, yeah. He's almost better running the ball and throwing than he is throwing in the pocket.
Yeah, yeah, that was a great pass, great play, right to the receiver. Lining up for the extra point.
Point is up, and it's good, and that makes the score here 20-7. The Youngstown Christian Eagles 20, Fairfield Christian Knights 7.
So what's Coach saying now? What do you say when the score reaches 20-7? Do you encourage them? We're still in it. What do you say?
No, there's no question. I mean, you know, they're not that far out of this game still, and the way they had been moving the ball, they're just a play or two away from being back within 6 points. And so if the coach is doing what I think he's doing, he's telling his players exactly that.
Just relax.
That, look, we got 5 minutes left in the 3rd period. You guys have moved the ball. Let's just do what we do.
Right, okay.
And hold on to the ball, and we'll be okay. And that's what they need. They really need their offense at this point to drive down the field and give their defense a little bit of a break here.
Eagles doing a great job putting the pressure on, though.
They are.
20-7. They're doing what they want to do, putting the points on the board.
They're not 7-1 for nothing.
Exactly.
They're a good team, and Fairfield needs to step up here. There's the kick away, and it's over to Bobby Ferturo, and he takes it down at the 5-yard line, takes it past the 10, 15-yard line, and he's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Pushing. He was pushing.
He was definitely pushing. Now, JT, you asked me earlier, what's it like when my son catches the ball? You have a son out there. You tell me, what do you feel and what are you thinking first when your Kenny is out there?
Whenever I see a pile, I just like to make sure he gets up.
Okay. Now, and typically, he's the one that can create a pile because
yes,
he's quite strong, quite large. Yep.
Now, last year as a junior, he actually was center and snapped the ball.
Okay.
It was a little more nerve-wracking, but you know what? He played a great season, almost error-free.
Yeah. 1st down and 10 for the Knights on the 22-yard line. Johnson back to pass. There's a play to Hayden Welch, who makes the catch. He's out in the open field, down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, 10, and he's taken down at the 5-yard line.
Hayden has not been caught on one of those in a while, so
no,
nice job on the defense there.
Excuse me. That was a tremendous catch by Hayden. The defender was on him.
Yes.
But the defender had his back to the ball. Hayden was watching the ball, and he slowed up, made the catch. The defender falls down, and he raced down to the 5-yard line. So that's the break. We were just talking about that, weren't we,
yes,
JT?
Amazing defense to be able to catch up to Hayden. He is usually pretty quick, and boy, they were speeding.
They were.
But someone did catch him and brought him down. Looks like about the 5-yard line.
Golden opportunity here for the Knights to get right back in this game. There's the pitch to Futuro going left. Bobby goes left, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Bobby Futuro.
Okay, how's Dad feel now?
Dad feels good. He held on to the ball, kept his feet, and he's in the end zone. That's my boy.
Nice job, Bobby.
The Knights answer right back after Youngstown drives down the field. They say, I'm not done yet, and they score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Need this extra point here. Got a penalty on the play there. I'm guessing it's going to be against the Knights, which is why they stopped it.
Looks like the Eagles have a player getting up slowly.
That's legal procedure against the Knights, and that's going to push back the extra point 5 yards.
So does that mean back 5 and try it again? Is that how that works?
Yeah, they're going to force them to re-kick the ball from 5 yards deeper, and Hayden certainly has the leg for it. Shouldn't be a problem as long as they can protect him.
While we have a moment, I would like to say I did see Ben Tobin on the sideline in a jacket. Kind of implies he may be having some pain that you were talking about. So
I'm guessing he's done for the night. I don't know that I even see any pads on underneath that. There's the once again another penalty. This time it might be against Youngstown Christian. Both extra points so far have been kicked through the uprights by Hayden. So Hayden may have a chance to make his 3rd extra point of this touchdown. 5-yard penalty against Youngstown puts the ball back to where it normally gets kicked.
And we get a kick again.
All right, boys, let's see if we can get this one off without a penalty. Kick is up, and it's good.
And I don't see any flags.
No flags on that one. We are good to call the score 20-14. Youngstown Christian now leading the Knights. The Knights answer right back with a great touchdown drive of their own. And my friend JT, we got ourselves a ball game tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said, what was that, about a 3-4 play touchdown?
Yeah.
So you're exactly right. I think you said just a couple plays is what you said.
That's it, yep. So I was wrong. It took 3. Yeah.
14-20 here in the second half. And I'd like to thank Roger Weaver for his support of FCA on LSN. Weaver-Law is where he's at on the internet, weaver-law.com. Roger Weaver is dedicated to serving all of Central Ohio with competent, qualified, and timely legal assistance at reasonable rates. Roger Weaver, a name you know, experience you trust, weaver-law.com. Also on the phone at 614-834-1750.
Hayden Welch to pick off a short kick here, and it's taken at the 40-yard line, and he is brought down immediately there on the 42-yard line. So the Knights are electing to not kick deep and short squib kick. I'm sure they do that because maybe Youngstown is really good at returning the ball, but what's happening is they're giving Youngstown the ball now on the 42-yard line. It's a really good field position right there.
Yeah. Number 2, that's Tony Welch. Is that right?
That was Tony again.
Yeah, Tony on the takedown there. That was a powerful, intentional takedown.
That
nice
really
job,
was.
Tony Welch.
All right, so let's see if the Knights defense can take some emotion from that touchdown that the offense just scored here and stop the Eagles. There's the handoff to Abid. Anthony Abid goes up the middle, gains a few yards, and he's tackled at the Eagles' 48-yard line, a gain of about 7 or 8. So Anthony Abid he's got to have over 100 yards, I'm guessing, at this point.
You know, he finds that hole. He's almost always, you can almost always count on him for 5 or 6 every single time.
Yes, you can. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4. 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd period. Tightly contested game here. Jim Rockwell Field in New Lexington. There's the handoff around the end. He's got an opening right there. He's around the end. Oh, nice tackle made by their number. Who was that, JT, right there with that tackle? Was that Luke Johnson? Colin Young, I apologize. Colin Young, number 32, makes that tackle.
A lot of hands on him.
There were.
But they couldn't quite get him down.
There were.
He was hard. He was difficult to bring down.
Free moment, thank you.
First down and 10 from the 40-yard line for the Eagles. Anthony a beat on the handoff. He is stopped after about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
5 carries the ball for the Eagles, brought down by senior Jordan Bennett.
Jordan Bennett on the takedown there.
Yep.
He was honored tonight as a senior on the FCA football squad. Matter of fact, I didn't mention those seniors yet.
Yeah,
we'll do that coming up.
Second half, yeah. 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the third period. There's the keeper by the quarterback, and he's trying to get around, and he has a bunch of people on him now. Let's see if he can get around the left side. He does. He's gotten all the way around to the left side. We have a flag on the play, and normally when you see that type of play going back the other way, you have some sort of a hold or an illegal block. Let's see what it is.
Scramble play for sure.
Yep. That cutback play, it's hard for the offensive lineman to not hold on those plays. That's exactly what happened. Negates another positive play for the Eagles.
We were talking about the seniors there a moment ago. Jordan Bennett honored before the game as a senior. Also Hayden Welch, also a senior.
Yes.
Luke Johnson, Kenny Burcham, Levi Thrasher, all seniors moving on this year from the FCA squad. We'll talk a little bit later about what that might mean for next year's team. See what your prediction is.
Okay, I will. Yep, happy to do that. It's going to be a 2nd and long situation here. I believe it's like a 2nd and 20. That's exactly right. 2nd and 20 for the Eagles. And we have another penalty. It looks like the left offensive lineman there moved, and that's going to move him back another 5 yards. So the Eagles are imploding right now a little bit with penalties. Little self-destruction going on right now with the Eagles. That's going to make it 2nd and 25. Of course, they have some very fast runners that are capable of getting those yards back quickly.
2nd and 25. Now that's a chunk.
That's a chunk. There's the handoff around the right side by Ryan Greer. And as I said, they have the ability to get a lot of yards back. That was a gain of about 8 or 9 yards on that play. Actually, looks like he went out of bounds on the 45, so a gain of about 6 or so.
Looks like he made about 10. 3 and 15.
3rd and 15.
On the scoreboard.
Yep.
So.
Knights defense have an opportunity here to make a stand and turn that ball back over to their offense. Little screen pass, and he actually was down when he caught the ball. And he's disappointed in himself, JT. I think he saw an awful lot of open green there after that catch.
He sure had some space.
Yep.
Kind of a scoop catch, though.
Yeah,
and,
it was.
He was down.
4th down now and 15, and that's going to force a punt. And there's the defense making the stop that they needed to make to give the offense a chance to either tie this game or maybe take the lead.
As we talk about the FCA seniors, a lot of special, Hayden, Luke, going to be big losses on the team next year. Big shoes to fill.
Yep, absolutely. And there's the kick down, and boy, I tell you, Hayden grabs that ball. I'm surprised he did that, but he saw the ball heading towards the goal line. Normally a dangerous play to be getting that ball so close to the defenders, but worked out okay. Yeah, you know, JT, next year's team is definitely going to be experiencing it's a big loss with Luke and Hayden, Kenny, number of other seniors that you mentioned there that are going to be very difficult to replace. But, you know, Daubenmeier, and he's built a program now that's feeding the junior high schools,
Yes.
freshman teams. So,
yes.
First down and 10 for the Knights. There you go. Pass up the middle to Colin Young. Exactly what the doctor ordered there for the Knights, and looks like he got close to a first down.
Yeah, last year the FCA seniors exiting was a lot of the offensive line, a lot of linemen.
Yep.
So this year, not as much the line, although Jordan and Kenny on the line.
And Kenny's a big loss.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But Luke and Hayden, you know, that connection is going to be...
yeah, you can't replace that. I mean, there'll be some drop-off just because of that. I also think, though, as I understand it, we have some offensive lineman opportunities next year for some folks that are joining the school that are there now.
Okay.
And we have some skill positions back. You have
got those Futuro brothers.
Got the Futuros there. Yep, they're doing pretty good this year, and if they can get healthy, Zach Sullivan, yeah, he's our
solid athlete.
Zach, and that's going to be the question: who's going to replace Luke Johnson at quarterback? Right. You know, is that going to be Zach? You know, Zach certainly is a capable quarterback. Tony Welch has played quarterback on JV, I believe, and so that's going to be a key position. JT, the success of next year's team is going to be about the line play. Okay. It just is. If our offensive line can develop and the boys can hit the weights during the off season, they got a real good shot at being a strong team next year, despite those losses. Again, give credit to Daubenmeier for building a program. He's not just building this team, he's building some teams underneath this team.
Yes.
2nd and 1 here for the Knights. Luke Johnson keeps it. He got the first down and more. And, yep, he's still driving the ball there to about the 23-yard line. Luke makes a great decision there. Picks up the first down. Uh-oh, we have a flag on the play right there, though. Didn't see what that one was.
Boy, Luke just powered his way.
He did, didn't he?
Now, there was a hole, but he just powered even when the tacklers were upon him.
What's the call here? Looks like he's waving it off. No flag on the play, which makes it a first down for the Knights on the 23-yard line. So the Knights, with 1:13 left in the third quarter, have first down here on their own 23-yard line, down 20-14. A very, very good game against Youngstown Christian tonight. Johnson back to pass, and there's the throw out to Hayden Welch, and he makes the catch. No, he does not make the catch. He gets hammered on the play. Hammered on the play by number 2, Darian Townsend, and very strong play there.
Okay, I've got to ask. I'm not the football person. How does that work there when he's receiving? I mean, when is it allowed and not allowed? What pressure is the defense allowed to put there in that position? Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
It's a good question. Hayden actually got shook up on the play there. Looks like he's hurt his wrist.
He got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10. I'll answer your question here in a second.
Thank you, yeah.
Luke back for the pass, and that pass is caught by Colin Young, and it's for a first down. Looked like the defense went for the interception, not the tackle, and Colin Young makes the second catch of this drive for another first down. To answer your earlier question, you know, really, it's about timing. So the defender came running over, and he hit Hayden just as Hayden was catching the ball.
On the moment of capture,
Had he hit him just a split second earlier, that's interference.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Okay.
So it's all about the timing of that play,
okay.
And his play was timed perfectly.
Thank you for knowing the details.
Okay, no problem.
Always learning all this.
First down and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Johnson back to pass. Throws the ball out there to Tony Welch. And that pass is incomplete on the sideline there. That pass was actually out of bounds.
You know, I remember watching Hayden Welch a couple years ago when he was just a little younger and smaller like Tony is now. And Tony's a wonderful athlete in himself. You know, as we talked about the seniors moving on, Tony Welch is going to be a factor in the future to deal with.
Tony is actually shook up down there on the sideline. He's on the Youngstown side, and the Docs are racing over to go attend to him. He's sitting up, so suggests he may have some sort of a leg injury of some sort. So there's an official timeout on the field right now.
And that is with 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter of action. You're watching FCA on LSN. Thank you so much for tuning in. Channel 9 on Lancaster Time Warner. Or you can watch it on your area as he's up and running across the field.
Looks like Tony's going to be okay, and that's good because his brother Hayden went out a couple of plays earlier, and I'm watching Hayden on the sideline, and he is taping his hand up and looking like he's about ready to go back in the game here. And that's good. Fairfield can't afford to have Hayden off the field for too long right now. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 after that incomplete pass over there. Knights are driving down the field here, and Colin Young has played an important role on this drive so far with his 2 receptions for the Knights so far.
Big play.
Yep. 2nd down and 10. Looks like Tony Welch is jogging on the field, and I don't think he can go on the field after yeah, he's not allowed to do that. If the play is stopped for an injury and you're the injured player, you have to exit the field for a play. And Tony went back on, and it forced Coach Dobbenmeyer to call a timeout and avoid the penalty. So, JT, we've got ourselves quite a ball game tonight. Youngstown Christian came in at 7-1 and highly touted, highly ranked, beat some strong teams. Fairfield Christian came in at 6-2, suffered a pretty strong loss last week to Shady Side 30-7. I think people would have thought that Youngstown Christian would have its way. That has not been the case tonight. They're winning, but it is a battle, and I would say that this is anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, there's no question. People would have thought the game would go a little different than it's going.
Yeah.
The Eagles are having to earn their points.
Yeah, they are.
FCA Knights, the defense is doing a nice job. The offense is moving the ball. It's a great game to watch, honestly. It's a great game to watch, win or lose. This is a great game to enjoy. Knights are still in it, and I think probably in it better maybe than some anticipated.
Yep, I agree. Hayden Welch is back in the game, and you can tell the Youngstown team has definitely decided to cover Hayden with 2 players. 2nd down and 10. Johnson back. Makes this pass to Bobby Fertura, who's open across the middle. Gets down to the 40-yard line, down to the 30, and he's tackled at the 27-yard line. It was a nice pass by Luke Johnson. Luke did a great job. He took his time. He waited for the play to develop. Bobby was open down the middle, and he hit him.
And he hung on to the ball.
Dad's proud of that. Ball. I can tell you every single time I'm saying, oh, Lord, please have him keep that ball in his hand.
Hang on to that ball. Hold it tight.
1st down and 10 from the 27-yard line as the clock is winding down here in the 3rd period. Knights are driving the ball. And there's yet another batted down pass. That's about the 4th pass, I think, tonight that's been batted down by that Youngstown Christian defensive line.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he is good.
Yep.
That line, I don't know if it's the same person each time or not, but that line has done a great job of putting that pressure on the quarterback, particularly batting the balls away. I've not seen so much of it recently.
No, that was number 17, Kayvon Green. A little different, but he looks like he's about 6'2". And he used all of that to block that pass. 2nd down and 10 now. Johnson's back in the shotgun. Pass over the middle there, and it's incomplete. Tipped off of Hayden Welch's hands and almost intercepted. That is going to bring a 3rd down and 10 for the Knights. The 3rd quarter is winding down here. 6 seconds to go. I tell you, I just continue to look out on this field and just, marvel at what a nice place this is to play a ball game.
No doubt about it. We are blessed to be at home in New Lexington.
That's right. 3rd down and 10. 27-yard line. This is a critical 3rd down. Johnson getting a little bit of pressure this time. Makes the pass to Hayden Welch, who looked like he was there. I'm not exactly sure what happened on that play, JT. Was the ball there?
It seemed to be, and Luke even kind of, acted like, oh, hey, come on, it was right there. He seemed disappointed, but that happens. I'm not sure. From our angle, it seemed like the pass was right there, and it seems like Hayden was right there. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, here we are, 4th and 10, and 4th down. They're going for it, and they should from this field position. They can't kick a field goal. It's a little bit too far for Hayden, so 4th down and 10. Captain Luke Johnson back in the shotgun, back for the pass. Getting some pressure, unloads the pass, and it's caught by Hayden Welch down to the 5-yard line.
Wow.
That is amazing that pass got through there.
Okay, just a minute. Let's talk about the last play. The ball was there. Hayden was there. No reception. This one, how did that miracle happen?
Well, that was it looked to me like there were 3 Youngstown defenders that could have gotten that ball.
It seemed like there were hands all over it, looked like.
I don't know what happened, but it got through, and the pass was complete to Welch, and the Fairfield is on the Youngstown Christian 5-yard line, 5 yards removed from tying this game before the extra point.
I think that's one of those times what they call threading the needle. Is that what they call that?
That's what it was.
That was absolutely amazing.
That ends the 3rd period with the score 20-14, Youngstown Christian over the Fairfield Christian Knights.
We'll be back with 4th quarter action. FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by...
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Of the 4th period, the Knights are knocking on the door. 1st down and 10. There's the pitch to Bobby Furturo, cuts it upfield and gets tackled at about the 4-yard line. He was met by number 55, Bobby Houston. So Bobby Furturo met by Bobby Houston. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 4.5-yard line or so.
Great game.
Oh,
this has been great fun.
Very much so.
By the way, thank you again for your volunteer work here, Lou Futuro. Appreciate your help.
Well, JT, same right back at you.
You should be getting a job at ESPN soon.
Yeah. I won't quit my day job anytime soon. 2nd down and goal for the Knights. Johnson around the right there, looking to throw it back across the middle, and makes the almost caught. Colin Young with a diving attempt, just missed the ball. 3rd down and 4 here.
Yeah, I think they can taste it though.
They can. Johnson did a nice job rolling right there. You know what might work now is if they did one of those misdirection reverse plays to Hayden Welch, because Johnson, when he started to go right, I saw the entire Youngstown defense going along with him. And if they had some sort of a counter play, that would. But again, there's a reason I'm up here and Coach Stoudemire's down there. So 3rd down and goal here for the Knights. There's the pitch to Hayden Welch, but we got a flag on the play, and I'm going to guess this is a delay of game penalty, maybe? That's exactly right. Delay of game. Oh, that's a painful penalty on that play. Looked like Hayden had an opening.
You know what? I have got to say I'm impressed, Lou Futuro. You can actually predict what that guy is going to call.
Well, I only can predict it because I happened to glance at the play clock right at the right moment, and it went to 0. So I'm not prophetic.
Okay, all right.
Just happened to notice something.
That's impressive to me.
3rd down and goal for the Knights now on the 9-yard line. We know Coach Stoudemire, he'll go for it on 4th down, so it's really 2-down territory here. Johnson back for the pass, and that pass is batted down once again.
You've really got to hand it to that Eagles defense. That line does a great job at that.
They do. They are definitely attacking, and it looks like, I'm stunned, it looks like Coach Daubenmeier is going to allow Hayden to get the field goal here. And, you know, I think this is a good call because they're down by 6. And if you get the 3 points here, it takes the game to 20-17. It's just a field goal, and it's better to come away with points. You want to get some momentum out of a drive like this. And so I applaud Coach for the call here.
This is very unusual for him, though.
It is. He doesn't normally do this. There is some confusion right now on the Knights. They got a lot of time on the play clock, but they're kind of running on, running off. They also have Luke Johnson as the holder, so don't discount that. I believe we had an offsides or a legal procedure call against the Knights. Takes it back 5 yards.
Huh. Kenny Burcham going in.
So that's going to push the ball 5 yards deeper. Now Hayden, again, clearly has the leg. One thing I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed it, JT, is the gentleman there, number 17 for the Eagles, is getting around the end and almost blocking that ball every time. So they're going to want to get a hat on him to slow him down a little bit. You watch this. Kick us away, but he misses it. Looks like it's going to fall short this time. So the Eagles hold and keeps the score 20-14. Youngstown over Fairfield Christian.
Big play for the Eagles there, and you're right. Number 17 coming around the outside puts a lot of pressure there on that snapper and that holder and that kicker. Well played by the Eagles. Still leaves a 6-point advantage to the Youngstown Christian Eagles here. 11 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, this game is not over. I see the Knights. They look a little bit down after that play, but they are again, I say it, they're one play away from being tied up or ahead, and they need to keep that in mind on defense here and make a stop.
Right.
Handoff to Anthony Abid, who breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet. But he gets about a gain of 6 yards or so.
Tony Welch on another takedown.
Tony Welch, good takedown, but he must have been hit by 3 or 4 guys
before he got to Tony. You're right.
And still was moving. So give him credit for keeping those legs churning.
Well, and he bounced off Tony once too. Tony actually, that was a bounce off and had him around the feet after that. So
we have ourselves a 2nd and 4 here in the 26-yard line. 10:40 to go in the game. Looks to me like Youngstown is going to line it up and just run it down our throats.
Uh-oh.
And that's enough for a first down there for Ryan Greer, number 23. He sort of was very patient. I don't know if you noticed, a very patient runner right there. And he picked his spots to get through the hole. Bobby Ferturo comes up a little bit limping there. And see what happens with him.
Looks like he's walking. I don't think Bobby's doing too well.
No, it looked like he was wobbly a little bit there, so he may have hit his head pretty hard there on that last tackle.
Well, he's being helped off and he's walking off, so that's a good sign, right, Coach?
Yeah, it's always good to be walking. It's always good to be walking. All right, that's going to take first down and 10 now for the Youngstown Christian Eagles. And that was a successful 3rd down play for a first down, and that's going to get the clock moving again with 10:25 to go in the game.
Great football tonight.
Uh-oh, there goes Anthony Abid, and he is gone. There's nobody that's going to catch him right up the middle. And that is a touchdown for the Youngstown Christian Eagles, right up the middle. And that's going to make the score 26-14. Youngstown Christian Eagles with the extra point pending.
Strong, fast.
Yep.
He found the hole, went through it, and didn't look back. Yeah, nice run there.
You know, remember I said after that missed field goal, the Knights are going to have to be careful because they looked a little dejected on that play, and it kind of happened. They weren't quite as fired up as they had been in the past, and the Eagles certainly took advantage of that. Kick is up, and it's good, and that's going to make the score 27-14. So after the Knights fought back to within 6, they've allowed Youngstown Christian to come back and take a 2-score lead again with 9:58 to go.
Sure thing. Fourth quarter action brought to you in part by Dr. Whistler, Myers, and Callie's highly skilled and friendly team of dentists in Chillicothe. They are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care while helping patients achieve and maintain optimal dental health. Whistler, Myers, and Callie's a proud supporter of the FCA Knights, online at mysmilematters.com.
Kind of watching down there on Bobby Peturo. Looks like he definitely has some sort of a head injury. My guess is got himself dinged up a bit there, and helmet's off, and they're kind of massaging his neck there on the sideline. Looks like he'll be okay. 9:58 to go in the game here, 27-14. Youngstown Christian has taken a little bigger lead now, and again, this game is not over. They're 1 or 2 plays away from getting it back to 1 score, and see what happens here. Kick is away. Hayden Welch is there to receive it, and he's just the guy that can make that one play. Fumble on the play, but the Knights do recover it. That's Hayden's second or third fumble tonight, but this time it did not result in a turnover.
Uh-oh, looks like there's an Eagles player. Not. Oh, he's
I
up.
think it's Hayden.
Oh, is it Hayden down?
Yeah, looks like Hayden's down now.
They must have hit pretty hard because that Eagles player there got up mighty slowly also.
And it looks like they're starting to look at Hayden's. He was starting to look at his leg there. Well, we have a break in play here as the Knights are starting to get injured a lot here.
Yes.
We've seen we've seen Ben Tobin come off the field and is not playing, and Bobby Fraturo came off on the last series, and now Hayden Welch is down, and that comes after Sam Fraturo getting injured last week. And so the Knights, some of these backup players are getting their chance to play a little bit tonight, aren't they?
Well, playing some tough teams. I mean, that's what happens. Shady Side, Youngstown Christian, tough football. Youngstown Christian does not want to, give this game away. They're playing their best too, and doing a great job. Nice to see Hayden walking on his own account.
He's actually starting to jog off, and that's a great sign. I thought maybe he had a leg injury there a bit, and he's a little ginger, but he's jogging off the field, and hopefully he'll be okay, not only just for the football game, but you just don't like to see kids get hurt.
Well, and I hate to see us get beat up a little bit tonight, or too much tonight, because next week Grove City Christian deserves our full attention.
Yeah. Now, they're pretty good this year. I haven't paid attention to what their record is this year. You don't by chance know, do you,
I
JT?
do not know. Okay. I just know it's like the Ohio-Michigan game.
Yeah, and they're our rivals, that's for sure.
Yeah,
First and 10 for the Knights on the 27-yard line of Youngstown Christian. I really thought that was a face mask penalty that they didn't call right there. I thought he got his face mask, maybe not. But needless to say, it's a sack and takes the Knights all the way back to their own 14-yard line. It's going to be second down and a mile. Looks like about 25 yards or so. 15-yard loss on that play. And number 17 is he's fast, and he's getting around that end very fast, and looks like our offensive linemen are having trouble keeping up with him.
Yes, number 17 has been a player to reckon with. He has been in there putting a lot of pressure on the kickers and quarterbacks.
Johnson to pass over there to Hayden Welch, and that was a hit that was far out of bounds. Far out of bounds. That the player hit Hayden about 3 yards out of bounds. But needless to say, it's I'm going to guess a personal foul on Youngstown Christian. The ball was in the air, however. And we are once again besides the Youngstown Christian coaches who don't agree with that call, obviously. And you know, it's one of those plays where the ball was 3 yards out of bounds. Hayden was trying to make a play on it, and the defender was probably watching Hayden more than he was watching the sideline.
Sure.
And so he was just making a play on Hayden.
Right.
And so the official, of course, coming from the side, saw how far out of bounds it was and threw the penalty. So
yeah, a tough call.
Yep,
tough
it
call.
is. Okay, so it's first down. I believe that's an automatic first down normally. Second down and 8. Normally a personal foul is an automatic first down. I'm surprised it's not. Second down and 8. Johnson back to pass, and they are getting into the backfield with frequency now. The Youngstown Christian defenders are.
Pass incomplete, brings up third down.
Third down and 8. Third down and 8 again for the Knights. This is kind of an important play here, and they need to convert this in order to prevent Youngstown Christian from building on the momentum they've already gained here.
Big play.
Johnson with the pass to Colin Young, makes the catch, and it looks like he's got enough for a first down. Colin fought past those defenders and got the first down. Colin's having a big game tonight.
Yes,
JT.
he is. He is being a contributor multiple times here.
Picks up the first down for the Knights.
Very important conversion there. It keeps the momentum going. The Knights are, you know, you got to give them credit tonight, JT. They're playing a very strong team.
Yes.
They are fighting.
Yes.
They're losing players, and they're fighting.
And they're still fighting.
They're still fighting. So give credit to the coaches for keeping them motivated tonight. Johnson with the pass down the sideline, and that one's picked off. That one was thrown right into the hands of the defender, and that guy gets out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of the Knights. And that pass was a little wayward there from Luke, and we have ourselves a turnover on that play. All right, so 8:12 to go, 27-14, Youngstown Christian over the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights. And we've just had a turnover on downs, and Youngstown will take the ball over on the 39-yard line of Fairfield Christian. Eagles up to the line. The handoff to Ryan Greer around the right side. Gets plenty of yards on this play. Gets down to the 15-yard line. Breaks through. He's going to get a touchdown on that play. And what's starting to happen is I think the Knights are starting to get a little demoralized here.
I'm afraid so, yes. Because I believe Hayden had a hold of him.
Yep.
And just didn't get him down. So
that makes the score now 33-14 with 8 minutes to go.
And the Eagles bench is cheering, but I think it was slow coming to really get this comfortable.
Yep.
It's been pretty tight and pretty worrisome for both teams. I think the Eagles are starting to feel that they might have this one.
Yep, I would agree with that. Kick is up and it's good.
Oh,
no,
my.
It's no good. Went to the left. All right.
Almost kicked it out of the stadium there.
Yeah, he did. Got quite a leg. I was watching him in the warm-ups of the second half, and he had the ball set at the 45-yard line, and he was kicking field goals, and he was just missing getting that ball through the uprights, which, again, as you know, because the end zone's 10 yards deep, that means it's a 55-yard field goal.
Wow.
He's just missing it, so this kid's got a leg.
Yeah, wow. Eagles doing a great job. Knights doing a great job. This has been a great game.
Yeah, it has.
Really been a great game. I certainly hope the best for folks with injuries and pulls.
Yep.
Don't want anyone to get hurt too bad. Like to have a nice, easy win next week.
Yeah.
I hope there's no Eagles listening from Grove City.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be one of those games that tomorrow morning someone's going to open up the newspaper. They're going to see a score that doesn't really reflect how the game went.
Yes.
You know, I'm not a homer. I think we're both pretty realistic here.
Yes.
This has been a well-played game.
Yes.
A tight game.
Yes.
And just over the last couple of minutes, as really good teams do, they seize control, and Youngstown Christian has done that.
Exactly.
So.
Yes. I mean, they played a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams, the whole game. The Eagles are taking advantage of the weaker, side of the Knights right now. So.
Here's the kickoff.
Still another, what do you call that, squib?
Squib kick.
Squib kick.
And there's Hayden Welch receiving the squib kick, and he got an opening in the middle, goes up the field to about the 45-yard line. So there's Hayden with about a 35 to 40-yard return. Hayden's a player, doesn't matter who they're playing. He's good.
I'm telling you, I've had the chance. He is an athlete.
Yep.
I've watched him play basketball, and he's an athlete regardless of what sport he's playing. He is downright inspirational on a basketball court, too. He's amazing.
Yep.
His speed. In
Yeah.
basketball. So he's an athlete. He's the real thing.
You need to know where Hayden Welch is on the football field at all times. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
There's a pass to Hayden, and Hayden makes the pass out to Colin Young, who, does he make the catch? He does make the catch. Colin Young makes a spectacular catch amongst 2 or 3 Youngstown defenders.
Now, I believe that's a moment there where Coach Dave Dobmeyer's just playing a little chess.
Yes, he is.
He's just playing a little chess there.
Well, I think he's starting to recognize that his team they're a little beaten up. You're not going to win by just trying to overpower this team. You're going to have to do some things differently, and that's what he's doing. And on that play, it certainly worked.
That was well done. Well executed. And fun to watch.
Luke Johnson with the pass down the sidelines, and that play is out of bounds there. It was intercepted, but it was out of bounds, and so the Knights retained possession on that play.
Real quick, I'd like to thank a fourth quarter sponsor. Can I do that real quick?
I think you should.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit with a gated facility. 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, on the web at ffministorage.com. Thanks, Jeff Barr, for your support.
2nd down and 10 for the Knights, and we have a flag on the play, and typically when they throw the flag that early, it's going to go against the Knights here, but no, I'm wrong. I apologize. That goes a defensive offsides against the Eagles, and that's going to help the Knights now only have a 2nd and 5 to get their first down. 3 wide receiver set for the Knights. Hayden Welch to the right, Nick Spurgis to the left along with Tony Welch. And there's the pass to Nick Spurgis. Looks like Nick stopped his route right there. And I think Luke was anticipating Nick continuing across the field, and had he done that, the pass was there.
Yeah. Nick just seemed to hesitate. I don't know which was right or which was wrong, but something didn't quite line up there.
There's a couple of patterns they have there, JT, where the player runs across and he stops and he sits in a position, and the quarterback hits him. And then, of course, there's the other one that he runs across, and I think there was a mix-up there.
Yeah.
And that's an incomplete pass there. Number 17 again for the Eagles was all over Luke Johnson. he is seemingly almost on every play getting in there.
Yes.
And putting pressure on Johnson.
There is no question. He is a force to be reckoned with on that line. Number 17 for the Eagles. Whether to kick or a pass.
They're going to need to put some max protection on that guy, which means that they're going to have the running back stay back and try and help block him. Otherwise, Luke is going to find himself running for his life every play. There's the pass to Collin, and that one was right there, and unfortunately Collin wasn't able to grab that one. That would have been enough for a first down, and but you can't fault Collin. He's had some great catches tonight, and I think this has been Collin's best game so far of the year.
Yeah, looking good.
Yep.
Joey Gall taking care of number 17, holding him out there.
He did.
In that play.
Yep.
Did a nice job containing him.
Did you notice that Zach Sullivan was behind him watching?
Case. Okay, yeah.
Just to be sure. Luke Johnson probably went over to Zach and said, "Hey, Zach, could you take care of that guy for me? He's been kind of in my face all night long." All right, turnover on down. So we got 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go with the score 33-14 Youngstown Christian. And the Knights defense over the last couple of drives has been unable to stop Youngstown. Let's see what they can do here. There's the handoff, and there is a stop right there. That was a stop by a whole host of Eagles.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching FCA on LSN, Time Warner Channel 9 in Lancaster. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also available at your convenience online at fairfieldmedia.tv. Check out the whole season. Fairfield Media high school students work hard to bring the games to you, and you can check them all out. All 8 games, all there at fairfieldmedia.tv.
Yeah. Second down and 9 for the Eagles on the 30-yard line. There's the handoff back to Ryan Greer, number 23. And, the Knights are doing a good job of gang tackling, and that's what you have to do. This team is the team that if you let them loose in the open field, it's see you later. And they're not doing that now. So great second down stop there for the Knights.
However, after they stop them, I see them help them up, and I really like seeing that too.
Yeah, well, that's, Knights, you have
Knights reaching out a hand and helping them back up, and that's what the program's all about. Always happy to see that.
It is. I remember when I was teaching my boys some of the things about football, and we always used to talk about that there's nothing wrong with hitting them hard. Hit them very hard, and then help them up afterwards, and that's good to see that happen. I've seen the other team do the same thing.
Yes.
There's a broken play, it looks like, and the quarterback, number 12, Paris Bennett, was back there. He was taken down for a loss, and that's going to bring up a fourth down for the Eagles. They're going to be punting the ball away.
Zach Sullivan on the stop there.
Here's something that Mr. and Mrs. Welch must be very proud to see. Receiving the punt is Tony Welch, number 2, alongside his brother Hayden Welch, number 5.
That is so cool.
They should take a picture of that because Hayden's graduating and they won't see that again unless they end up in the same college somewhere.
Looks like it's going Tony's side.
And he fair catches that ball and he fumbles it. Let's see what happened. Did he get it back? He did. So Tony gets that fumble back, thankfully, and the Knights take over on their own 35-yard line. We have 4:52 left in the football game with the Youngstown Christian Knights leading 33-14 over the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, and families. Ohio Christian is online at ohiochristian.edu.
First down and 10 for the Knights. Luke Johnson back and goes around the right side, and unfortunately for Luke, he took himself right into guess who? Number 17. And that gentleman's name is Kayvon Green. Kayvon Green.
He's had a good game.
Yes. You know, Youngstown Christian is a good team, and it'll be fun to kind of watch them as the year progresses. They're obviously destined for the playoffs, I believe. And
it would seem like it, yes.
I'll be looking to see how young Kayvon Green does in his future.
I agree. Yeah.
He's quite the player.
Yes, he is.
2nd down and 12 now for the Knights. There's the, Tony Welch takes the handoff, and Tony got hammered by number 72 there. I think if you were to have Tony on one scale and number 72 for the Eagles on another scale,
That wouldn't be fun on the teeter-totter.
Oh, no. I think Tony would get launched to the moon on a teeter-totter on that one.
Yeah, there's probably not a smaller or bigger comparison on the field.
No, that was Melvin Gregory, and he made quite a stick on Tony.
However, he made his point. He is bigger.
He is bigger.
And he's going to stop him.
And you know what? God love Tony. Look at him. He's up. He's jogging over there to the right side.
Willing to try it again.
Maybe hoping the play doesn't go his way on this particular one, but we'll see. Luke Johnson back for the pass. And Luke makes the throw down the field to Hayden Welch, who makes no, he doesn't make the catch. I don't think he ever had possession fully. He was trying to get it. He was wrestling with the defensive player for that.
Good defense.
It was good defense, and Hayden was there, though. That throw.
Great throw.
Right there.
Great throw. Lots of hands on the ball. But, you know, there were 2 defenders there. Both of them were on him, and it was right through. It was right to him. Too many hands on the ball to compete.
Yeah.
Too many hands. But...
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 13 for the Knights, and it looks to me like I was going to say they were going to punt it, and they are, because Zach Sullivan's going back. I did see Luke Johnson jogging on the field there at the end. I wasn't sure what was happening. There's Zach going for the punt. Nice punt right there. That's Anthony Abede. He's the gentleman that certainly can run well. Catches it. He's going around the end. He's got some room. Over to the 40-yard line to 30. Gets pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line of the Knights. We have a penalty flag thrown afterwards. I'm not exactly sure what the flag was.
There's a late flag on the play.
Luke Johnson on that tackle, by the way.
Some sort of a penalty against the Knights. It must have occurred on the tackle. I'm not sure if it was a face mask or what. It was on the far side, so I couldn't quite see exactly what happened. It's a big one, though. It looked like he called a holding penalty almost. He gave the holding motion against the against the defense, which is odd. Correction, they're now saying it's a personal foul. So 1st down and 10 for the Eagles on the Knights' 20-yard line. Play nets about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. 2:55 to go in the game. The clock can't move fast enough for the Knights at this point, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is a game, though, I think the Knights can still stand up, just like last week against Shadyside. I think I can, really encourage them to say they stood up and they did their best, and it was a good game.
2nd down, handoff there to number 15. Gets through the right side there and breaks a couple tackles. He's still on his feet over to the end zone, and he's in the end zone. And that's the story of the night, really.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
The Knights they've had their hands often on the runners, and they cannot bring them down. That touchdown was by number 15, Robert Thompson, who's a freshman running back. And that's going to take the score to 39-14. With the extra point pending.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are really showing their strength. That's how they break those tackles. They make it through, a spin, a turn, a break a tackle, and they're making it through there. And their strength really comes through.
My man Dom Polito is not kicking the extra point. They brought in somebody else. And the kick is up, and it looks like it's wide right. No good. That makes the score with 2:25 to go in the ball game. 39 for Youngstown Christian Eagles against 14 for the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights.
2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by Spires Paving. You know much about Spires Paving?
You know, I've been around that company for quite a few years. Yes, I do know them pretty well.
Served Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. A full-service pavement and pavement services company. They provide asphalt paving, patching, repairing, crack filling, striping for residential, commercial, churches, and local towns and townships. Spires Paving Company, 740-653-6837. Online, that's spirespaving.com. Sure appreciate Bruce and Barb Hine and appreciate their support of FCA on LSN and Fairfield Christian Academy.
Spires Paving has been a supporter of Fairfield Christian for quite a few years. I'm pretty sure almost since the very beginning when the academy formed.
I believe you're probably right. A couple daughters graduated a few years ago there.
Yep.
Christian Academy would like to thank everyone from Youngstown Christian High School for making a long trek down here this evening.
The game is winding down here at Jim Rockwell Field. It's been an entertaining game.
Been a great game.
Yeah, it really has. The Knights are giving it their all, and kickoff is there, and it looks like it's received by number 85, Nick Spurgis. Yes, indeed it is. And Nick fumbles the ball, even though he had two hands on it.
I believe the Knights still come up with it again, though.
They did. The Knights did come up with the ball.
Number 62. Who is that? Nice way to keep your eyes open there.
Knights fortunate to get that ball back on that play. Looking down on the sideline there at the Knights are all encouraging each other, and their heads are still in the game. It's good to see that, because this team has nothing to hang its head on. Nothing. Yeah. They've played hard.
Now let me bring up one option though here real quick. No Ben Tobin, no Sam Futuro. Does that make a difference? You can tell me after this play.
Yeah. First down and 10 for the Knights on the 37-yard line. Pass is complete to Hayden Welch, who gets down to about the 42-yard line of Youngstown Christian. You asked the question about no Ben Tobin, no Sam Futuro. I think it makes a difference. I'm not confident, though, that it would have made a difference at the end of the game. I think that what's transpired over the last two games, in my mind, is the fact that Fairfield, the offensive and defensive lines just aren't quite big enough to me, from what I've seen, and so that's an area that they have a tremendous strength and conditioning coach in Tom Gill. And so I think if this team, it's a young team. You mentioned losing players from last year on the offensive line. I think if they can develop that strength, I think we'll be fine for next year. There's the pass all the way out to the left, and it's incomplete. Yeah, two defenders on Hayden Welch there. So I think, I think it would have mattered some, but in the end, I think the line play just determines often who wins and loses the game. And I think, looking at the size of Youngstown Christian's line, they're just big.
Yes.
I'm interested to see what your son Kenny says to you tonight as he's been battling some of these big boys.
Yeah.
Second down and 10, 42-yard line. Johnson back to pass. Pass was there, a little behind, a little bit behind there, Colin Young. Incomplete. It's going to take us to third down and 10.
Just like to comment real quick there, a couple plays ago there where Hayden caught the one coming run across the middle. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Luke actually, the ball bounced coming back to him.
Yeah.
He actually really recovered
a
play that could have gone disastrous.
Right, it could have.
Luke Johnson just shows his senior leadership there by being willing to keep
Luke is a very good quarterback. And it's been a pleasure to watch him. There's a pass complete to Hayden Welch, and Hayden's going to score here, and why not? That's a great way for Hayden to end his career here at home. He's not done with his career just yet, but Great touchdown catch for Hayden Welch. That's Hayden's 38th touchdown of his career, second of the game tonight. Makes the score 39-20. Knights aren't giving up. They're going to fight all the way to the end.
Yeah, no, that was good for them. Yeah, that was good for them. Are they still in it? I don't think there's...
Luke Johnson with the flub snap gets in the end zone. The snap was low. He bobbled it, and they were getting ready to just crush the kick, and Luke saw that, got up and ran around the end for the 2-point conversion. So to answer your question, with 1:50 to go, it's 39-22. Are they still in it? Technically, they are. If they were to do an onside kick here and somehow score on one or two plays, you know,
it's happened.
I'm sure it's happened somewhere.
Yeah, there again at that last play, though, once again, Luke Johnson shows his senior maturity, his quick thinking. He is an athlete. You know, as we talk about seniors, we'll be losing. I just think Luke Johnson's leadership of this, team, although he's a quiet leader. I mean, as a matter of fact, I don't think he'd even like it if we called him a leader, honestly. But he's a smart player. He's a great athlete, and
he'll be missed.
He'll be missed. There's no question about it.
Very much, yes. Not sure what's happening here. It looks like a timeout before the kickoff. Not exactly
that's
sure
what that
why.
Is. Okay.
I'm guessing it's because Youngstown called it, and they're thinking that the Knights might try an onside kick. 1:50 to go here, fourth period, 39-22. The Knights are continuing to fight and make this a ball game.
One more time, I'd like to thank Todd George and Service Master Clean for sponsoring FCA on LSN. They'll help you get clean and stay that way at work, at home. They demonstrate commitment to excellence. Their promise is to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. Thank you, Todd George, for supporting FMP Sports. FairfieldMedia.tv, thank you so much for your support. FMP Sports, FairfieldMedia.tv, powered by YouTube. If you can get YouTube, you can see all these games online.
I have YouTube, and I watch all of them, so it's a great joy to be able to do that.
Okay, there you go. There's your kick you talked about.
Yeah, it's a little different one. Received by number 4 from Youngstown Christian. He's around the end, and he's gaining yardage. Breaking tackles. There he goes again. And that play goes all the way back to Fairfield Christian's 40-yard line. That was number 4, Devon Adams. Haven't called his name tonight. Devon is a senior. And so I'm sure he's happy to be able to touch the ball and return it quite nicely. So it's 1:39 to go here.
Coach Dave Dobmeyer on the screen, taking the headset off. I wonder what's going through his mind now. Boy, he's just done a great job building the program here at Fairfield Christian Academy. Great coach. Great coach. When I first heard he was coming to Fairfield Christian, I knew some of his story enough. Honestly, it made me a little nervous. I've told him this. He just makes me a little nervous.
Does he?
Oh, he is in your face.
Yes,
but
he is.
You know what? He is a great coach.
Yeah, he is.
Great coach.
They know what they're doing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that he's in your face about is your faith.
Yes.
Are you walking the way you're supposed to walk? Are you doing what, I mean, he's one of those let your yes be yes men, and so while it makes us all a little uncomfortable every once in a while, in the end it makes us better, stronger.
Oh yeah. So I've developed a unbelievable respect for Coach Dave Dobmeyer. Leery in the beginning, quite honestly. I've told him this, and he's really just been a wonderful blessing to the program at Fairfield Christian.
Well, as the play goes, looks like this gentleman may go quite a long ways there. He gets about a 15-yard gain on the Knights. That's a new player. Yep, number 8, Jonathan Staples. So they just keep bringing them out, right? All these guys that can run.
Yeah, they're all quick.
They are. Coach Daubenmeier, because of how he is, I mean, he's not afraid to tell you what he thinks. He's not afraid to share his faith with people. He's not afraid to speak the truth. There are times where he gets criticism for that.
Oh, sure.
And he puts himself on the line. And, I think that's what standing up for what you believe in means.
Yes.
And he does a good job of that. So there's about a 2-yard gain on that play. Takes it down to a 2nd down and probably 8, I believe. Okay, the officials are now saying there was no gain on the play, so I was off on that one. He didn't get 2 yards. He got nothing. And 2nd and 10. The clock is winding down here, down to about 20 seconds. They may not even, in fact, they don't have to run another play.
Youngstown High School, from everybody at FCA, we are very thankful that you made it down here safely. We're thankful that you came down.
Last play of the game, the gentleman is around the left side, and he is tackled by a Fairfield Christian Knight, and that is going to end the ball game, JT, with a final score. The Youngstown Christian Eagles 39, the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights 22. JT, great ball game, played hard by both teams. Again, the score will not be indicative tomorrow morning when people read the paper of how good this game really was most of the time.
Yeah. A couple cheap turnovers. Both teams had them, though.
Yep.
Both teams, a lot of good offense, a lot of good defense. When it came down to it, the speed and power of Youngstown Christian pushed them past the Knights today. But the Knights can walk away with their heads up. I think they played a great game, both offense and defense. They did a great job, and look forward to the game next week against Grove City Christian, and I know the Knights will be on fire and pumped up for that rivalry. And always a great game course this year. The Knights traveling to Grove City for that game.
Yeah.
And so it's a away game, and we'll be up there. But should be a great game next week, and a lot of fun tonight. Lou, you did a great job.
JT, it was a pleasure being here with you. I enjoy our friendship over the years, and to get a chance to be able to be up here and do this with you has been an honor for me as well. What's nice to see, I know you're trying to probably shut this thing down here.
No, I'm just trying to get you on camera.
You don't need to do that. The players are gathering at midfield here, and this is the last home game for a lot of these seniors, and the Youngstown Christian players are coming over as well, and Coach Dobb is going to go ahead and give a devotional and say a prayer, and this is what it's all about.
Yes,
I mean,
it really is.
At the end of a game like this, where two teams can come together and say, great game, but let's pray together.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
No, it doesn't.
So.
And Lou, it doesn't get much better than being beside you for a football game. So thank you very much. Loads of fun.
Yep, take care.
Thank you to all the media team for their work tonight. Thank you so much for watching FCA on LSN. Join us again next week as the FCA Knights battle against the Grove City Christian Eagles right here on LSN, right here on FCA on LSN. Have a great week.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this is probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
FCA on LSN. Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.